Oh, it's me. Oh, God. Oh, yes. Hello. Hello, everyone. Yeah.
Thank you, Baxter.
Thank all of you Baxters out there for joining me.
Easy money!
Easy money, good people.
And we're tired of women. Oh, hello, everyone. How's it going? We're here, and it's time to talk pirates as they do. I'm BGE. What's up? What's your name?
Shut up, bitch!
I don't actually care. That was a trick question. All right, now I think immediately somebody did a subscribe-arena, or perhaps two. Hang on. Let me just pull that shit up. Imagine being a sub to anybody. Oh, wait. I mean, actually, I love that. Singe gifted subs to Soko and Autist Burns or something. And Future Mac gifting subs to Yakubu, my fellow Nihongo knower, and Soft Fuzzy Man. Hey, thanks, guys.
Thank you, Baxter.
Easy
A couple of real
money!
Baxters in the chat here. Can we get a TYB? Well, thank you, Baxters in chat. I appreciate that. My son also, sorry, that's my wife's son, loves Talking Pirates. It's his favorite show. He watches it with his real dad, and they seem to have a great time. I can only imagine what that's like. You know, it feels good, people. All right, is my mic popping? Am I fuck? Okay, I think I need to stop touching it. Okay, how's this? Is this better? I'm gonna not punch it as much, but no promises. I may have bumped into it a time or two. That's possible. The stream is indeed popping up. All right, here we go. My wife's boyfriend is a big fan of Talking Pirates. All right, let's go on over to the chapter, shall we? Woo! All right, check it out, everybody. Hope these streams pay for your slave editor Noni. Nothing pays for my slave editor Noni. He simply dies, and I laugh when he does it. It's great. All right, so we've got a chapter here, ladies and gentlemen, chapter 1060, and we're gonna get into it. But first, as always, we must decide. Oh, before that, Chernobite, Bonnie Chads. This is finally our time. I don't know about that one.
Thank you, Baxter.
We'll find out if it's Goda or Hakta. In today's poll, I got a surprise poll for you. It's the same as it is every time. All right, let's see what last chapter was. Last chapter, 68% Goda. Idiots, the lot of you. And Hakta was 32%. Geniuses, every one of them, an extremely large brain individual. Yes, thank you, Pop-Tart, for posting the gambling thing. It's time to gamble. So what's it going to be this time, everybody? What's it going to be? Vote momentarily when we start the voting. Okay, here we go. Is it Goda or Hakta? You know what it is. You got 30 minutes. Go. Let's get it crunkin', shall we? Oh, where does this go? This goes back over here. Okay, boom. There's my chat. All in on Hakta. Now might be the time. Buy the dip, boys. Buy the dip! Now, Rouge coin. Now, there's an interesting prospect, but that's a subject for another time. All right. Let's just get right into it, shall we? Okay. Chapter 1060, we've got this white boy, this Blanco Nino on the cover. Looks pretty cringe to me. Thank God he's not part. Must be some other Shonen Jump series. I don't know this guy from a little series, small indie manga known as One Piece. It's been really struggling lately. Maybe you guys could support it a bit. I don't know. Okay. Honestly, the art has not been the strongest lately, but whatever. Who cares? Look at that cover. That's classic Hakta right there.
Shut up, bitch!
That's all I want to say. I still think that Rouge is going to be in the barrel, but we'll find out. By the way, I'm a genius. All right, I can read this. GU, it means freedom. You fucks. That's what that means. I can't read this. I don't know what that kanji is. Yoimo. Okay, now that we've established I'm a genius and a Nihongo knower of the highest caliber, let's move on. You know, I was actually looking at this. I was trying to read this. This is like Saishu Shou, something like the last chapter. I know that means chapter. Something else. Something about the last showing of One Piece Film Red. And they're saying, Dai Hito. It's a big hit. Film Red is a big hit, guys. We did it. And this, something head? Kata? God, I don't know. All right, something's going on. Sounds like the Devil Moon language. I don't want to read that shit. All right. This is a no Lunarian stream. We discriminate against Lunarians and all moon runes that they attempt to insert into our narrative. Okay, here we go. Thanks, TCB boys, as always. Okay, now, was this like a mistake or what's going on? Eck Out Green's live show. Is this like Czech? Only like the CH isn't there? I don't know. I gotta ask the boys. All right, TCB, just explain yourselves. I was moved, Mrs. Worldwide, aka Uta, indeed. Have you watched the movie? I have not. And I have very little interest in doing so. but like, I don't know, like it might have some lore that's relevant and I need to watch to get mad at. You know me, always on the lookout for Hackta as always. So I might need to watch it. You know, I'm not much of a hate watcher, but like, there was no way to ignore what happened with the last movie, with how, you know, the whole laugh tail thing. We've talked about it. Some people don't even agree that it was like a big deal. I humbly disagree with them. It's honestly not worth your time. Okay, there you go. There you go. That's very useful information. I'll only check it out. Whatever, man. If it's like in front of me and someone's watching it, like I'm not gonna look away. But I just don't care about the movies, just in general. Some of them are decent, like that one that everybody loves that was directed by Mamoru Hosoda. But you know, all right, bruh, Coon 47. Stop lying. That's all I do. That's my main thing. I like to lie. In fact, I obsessively lie all the time.
Shut up, bitch!
There you go. All right, here we go. Unless they're actually canon, like the Demon Slayer franchise, any movies will always be pointless to me. Yeah, but I mean, but the thing is, they could be pointless and yet do damage, which is what fucking, it wasn't Strong World, it was the last one where they spoiled Laugh Tale, you know, fucking embarrassing. All right, okay, so here we go. Live show, blah blah blah. I was moved by their use of my illustration. They sure have got some great tunes. Okay, I don't know who that is, don't care, but I'm happy for you, Oda. Glad you're doing well in life. Okay, color spread. Tragically, no Katakuri this time. Rest in peace to us. But we've got the 10 members of the crew now. 10 Chads? Remember that from early on in the series? I remember it. And what did Oda say? Cover request by Iwasaka. I don't know who that is, but okay. Maybe just like if someone writing in or something? I don't know. I want to see an updated version of the bonus coloring page from Volume 8 with all 10 members. Excuse me. Iggy-senpai, thanks for the subarino.
Thank you, Baxter.
All right, and unless it was like a gift. Nope, that was a real one. Oh, wait, no, it was. The Singed gifted a sub. Once again, fuck you, Iggy. Thank you, Baxter.
Thank you, Baxter.
There you go. Oh, and 11, I did forget Zeus. Thank you, Chip, for reminding me. By the way, Chip and I were having an intense debate earlier today about the implications of Bello Betty, and I just wanted to say, I don't know about you, Chip, but I've cooled off. I hope you aren't mad. I'm not mad. We had a disagreement that got a little carried away, you know, so, hey, man. It's all cool in the Talking Pirates Discord as far as I'm concerned, you know? I don't know. I felt a little salty about it. I just wanted to just say, my bad, dog. I let it get a little carried away. All right, good. All right, there we go. Oh, did I touch the mic again? I'm so sorry. I was lying, Chip. I was drawing you into a false sense of security so I could blow up your fucking ears.
Baxter.
I would never apologize for anything. You piece of shit, bitch ass motherfucker. You're worse than Nika. You are worse than a Nika. That's what you thought. There you go. Sorry, that's just my Yeto no Miya's awakening. There's gonna be some collateral damage. Sorry about that. All right, there you go. Okay. What were we talking about? Oh, right, One Piece. Okay. We got, so this cover here is a reference to what is it? I guess the Volume 8 cover or something. And actually, Chip happily posted it earlier in the Discord, the other image. So I went and I grabbed that to compare to. All right, so you ready? So let's do the first one. Yeah, the Screams of Liberation. Here they come. All right, there's the new one, and here's the old one. In fact, I've actually got the picture itself, so we can just click between them. All right, now what do you think? Old, new, soul, cringe, soulless. Right. Okay. Now look at the size of that toe. My God. You know, I was just thinking about this. Okay, so there's been a lot of talk lately about, like, is the art still good or whatever, or, like, is it all shit, you know? And look, I just thought this would be a perfect time to just kind of compare the two, right? So, like, obviously, same pose, very similar. Okay, I don't think I'm just being an old head exclusively when I say, like, look at the lines. Like, it does look a bit rougher. The lines are thinner and cleaner, right? Okay, so there's a difference. Doesn't make it all bad. New, so much better. Okay. Now, the colors are more vibrant here. Although, you know, One Piece kind of always had sort of, like, washed out colors in the old days. Bigger foot, bigger soul. Makes sense to me. He's clearly using Gomu Gomu no Giganto. I'm sorry, Nika model giant mode on his foot here. That's clearly, as is Sanji, by the way. Now, clearly, this is a Chapter 1 shenanigan going on because Sanji's foot has also been made big by the aura of effect of the Nika fruit, obviously. Okay, basically, I'm going to cut to my chase here. I think the line work is pretty much better. And even though I actually do kind of like the more vibrant colors, notice it's kind of blotchy, you know? It's kind of blotchy in this artwork, and I don't like that as much. Specifically, the blotchiness, the kind of, like, thicker lines, I don't think actually look better. And, I don't know, like, Luffy's nose looks a little bit weird, like doing the cover. I don't know. Like, I mean, I kind of like the line work of the old one better, even though the new ones of the colors are, I don't know, at least popping more. The perspective is more ambitious in the older one, but also has wonky because of that ambition. Yeah, that's true. And, you know, it would make sense Oda has, like, refined his technique over the years. He's probably a little bit less experimental. He's a little bit more of, like, a workhorse when it comes to, like, his idea of his characters, which you might call, like, a sort of like an internal Flanderization. And not even like an insult. It's like how Tetsuya Nomura's understanding of Squall from Final Fantasy VIII has changed over time, and now he draws him differently than in 1999 when that first game came out. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, it feels a little rushed. I don't know. Like, he probably banged this one out fairly quickly. I don't know. Like, yeah, I mean, I do kind of like the old one better, but it's not like the new one is total shit or anything. So, I don't know. We got our 10 boys. Now, more interesting than all that is the specific thing, the 10-member thing. So, is this hard confirmation from Oda? Now, guys, can you... all this debate, the endless debate about whether or not Luffy himself counts as one of the 10 men, right? As one of the 10. I'm not saying this confirms it or anything, but here Oda himself has written 10 members. I'm just saying that 10 number feels like it's been highlighted here. All right, so is it time to sewer slide? Luffy doesn't count, bros. I'm thinking the answer is yes. Oh, it's a quote, but Oda chose to include the quote. It's basically him saying it and confirming my personal headcanon because I'm a schizo and I only see in the series what I want to see. I have zero ability to engage with it as something outside of myself. I can only headcanon retcon things in real time of Oda's work. That's my only ability. Just like how I am 100% totally wrong about last chapter. And how, I gotta admit it, guys, I have to admit, I was just totally insane to have any feelings about let me go through, what is it, the checklist? The, Lolly, Shichibukai, Lunarian DNA spliced clones, Pacifista, Cyborg, world government weapon death machines. I was a fool to think anything other than it was peak Goda. I apologize and I kneel. I'm still kneeling. I'm so sorry, everyone. Okay, so now you know I learned my lesson and I will never doubt again. Okay, glad we covered that. Also Zeus, Chip is right. Zeus is there too, so that's a full 11. All right. Okay, good. Now that that's out of the way, let's move on to the rest of Oda's chapter. Stop the count. Stop the count. It's not rigged.
Thank you, Baxter.
Easy money!
Yeah, that's right. DNA Lunarian DNA splicing. Okay, all right. Let's get serious here, all right? Let's focus up. We've got a chapter to tear apart and only acknowledge the flaws and then not address the good things about it whatsoever. Okay, here we go. Does Carrot count as a furry? Well, obviously a furry, like human in real life, is probably going to like Carrot. I mean, a furry describes a human being, and a human being with an interest in anthropomorphic animals. So, like, I think actually, like, she isn't a furry in the same way, like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of, like, a fucking wolf human, like, from a series. I can't think of anything. Fucking Teen Wolf. I don't know. That's the first thing. Is Teen Wolf a furry? No. A furry is a human that is, like, has, like, a sexual attraction. Or they tell me it's not sexual, but they're fucking lying to whatever, anthropomorphized, whatever the fuck, you know? So, no, but she would definitely appeal to them, right? She is the Japanese Lola Bunny from Space Jam. That's, I agree. Well said. Okay, here we go. Into the chapter. Off we go. No way in hell. Okay, here we go. The chapter's begun. Hacta. Start the count. Here we go. Let's start the Hacta count. Here we go. I need a clicker to press every single time. Okay. He'd never killed Vivi's dad. Okay, so we're reacting to Sabo news now. Wait, can you read that? Let me give you a clue here. That's oo, o, 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 o. If you put it all together, that's a ooh-oh, chat. It's happening live on Stream Luffy. Confirmed. One of us. Can we get some crying faces? Thank you there. Okay, Luffy confirmed ooh-oh, god. There he is. All right. Who is making this sound? Is it Luffy? I guess it must be. Also, I like the Gators, and they are disturbed. They're like, whoa, there's an Uo guy in there. We better steer clear of this guy. All right, Sabo wouldn't do something like this in a million years. I'm with you there. The Revolutionary Army is against the world nobles, not regular kings. All right, can we read that one back real quick, Robin? Can we just, one more time, go back over that? All right, I'm with you there about Sabo. The Revolutionary Army is against the world nobles, not regular kings. All right, so all you LARPing commies out there, all you socialistas, viva la revolucion, you're literally blown the fuck out. Even the fucking commie bros. How could this have happened to us? How could Oda not have specifically validated my particular worldview in the characters of his silly shonen manga? How is this possible? No! Okay, Oda is a confirmed monarchist. Republitards, you need to kneel and just stay kneeling for all time. All right, stay kneeling because noblesse oblige, motherfuckers. Monarchy is the way to the future,
Thank
baby.
you, Baxter.
Thank you, Baxter. All right, we did it. Oh, look at him seethe and coat back there. All right, there it goes. All right, we did it. So, okay, now this is just, now I'll give you those, commie bros, I am actually with you. It is, well, okay, you're not wrong to think that, like, it's kind of weird that the Revolutionary Army is like, no, monarchy is fine, it's just the world government that's evil. Okay, what we've got here is just a situation where One Piece is like a silly story that isn't real life. So you just can't, like, it's just not, stop reading your political ideology into fucking One Piece. It's simply not there. The deepest One Piece gets, I've said this before, is totalitarian control, generally bad, freedom, generally good. That is it. That is as deep as One Piece's philosophy ever gets. That is the absolute limit of what they're on about. So there you go. There you go. Yeah, stop putting politics on Anika. Come on now, everybody. There you go. Not every revolution has to be liberal or commie. That's true. Like the American Revolution, as a matter of fact. Read some John Adams, yo. Fuck George III, man. I'm not paying my taxes. I'm not paying for those stamps, motherfucker. I'm not doing it, baby.
Yo, ho, ho, he took a bite of
Revolution, no me. Okay, well, what's actually going on in One Piece, like, I don't know, some people seem to actually be wondering about this. It's as simple as this. Let's just break it down real quick, okay? What's going on in One Piece is, like, the best case scenario that, like, we all wish would happen. That's, like, there are good kings out there that you can trust to have the best, like, the best fucking instincts of their people in mind, you know? And there have been, like, a bunch of those throughout history. I think people really liked that one emperor of, like, the Brazilian Empire. Like, he was very, like, pro-people, and, like, I think he himself dismantled the empire or something, or, like, it got voted away, or some shit like that, I don't know. And then he just, like, lived among the people, and, like, everybody loved him or something, you know? Whatever, the point is, like, you can have benevolent dictators or whatever. It is theoretically possible, and, like, Cobra's here. Okay, there he is right there, and Cobra's, like, a pretty good guy, so there you go. I'm Brazilian, I can explain, there you go. That's not what happened. Look, I don't know. Oh, we got two Brazilians here trying to Brazil-splain to me. I won't have it. Brazilian emperor abolished slavery. Okay. Well, I mean, that's pretty cool. Or is it?
Easy money!
That really cut into my profits, though, so I'm not a big fan of that. All right. Emperor Kamehameha, indeed. He united the what's it called? The Hawaiian Islands, right? That was pretty cool. I mean, he slaughtered a lot of people while he was doing it, but it had to be done. It had to be done. All right, anyway. Brazil never, oh yeah, that's right. Brazil never existed. Okay, anyway, look, we're already being way too serious about any of this. None of this actually matters or is like, it's supposed to be projected onto real life. One Piece has zero things to say about actual world governments or like ruling policy other than, again, totalitarian control, generally bad, freedom, generally good. That is what all the platitudes and stories of One Piece amount to. And that's fine, and that's just fine with me. That's as deep as you want it to get. That's true. It also thinks that slavery is bad. That's fair. That's fair. Did I do it again? Did I tap the thing? I'm sorry. I don't even think I hit it that time. Okay. I'm sorry. Just keep sneezing. Keep coping. All right. So there's that, and a revolutionary army declares war on celestial dragons. King Cobra of Alabasta. I'm never going to say Arabasta. Arabasta is fucking cringe, all right? It's not cool. I'm going to keep calling it Alabasta to the day I died, because obviously it doesn't make a difference. I remember TCB, like, posted an update there. Nate, do you think Vivi looks pretty there? Vivi does look very pretty here. Absolutely. But I'm more about my man Cobra. He's distinguished, handsome. He looks great, you know? I'm a Cobra guy. What can I say? Aerith, with the Aerith thing at least, actually, the subject of the Alabasta Arabasta thing, like, I know the TCB guys, they said that, like, they're updating it because they're leaning into, like, the Arab thing, but the problem is there's two puns going on there in Japanese, which is, and because one, like, Oda has written both Alabasta with an L and Arabasta with an R multiple times, or at least once each. So Oda himself has been inconsistent on, like, how it's spelled in English. So legitimately, you could use either one you want. And because there's the joke of alabaster, as in, like, the material, and also Arab, because it's fucking Arabaster, or like Arab, blah blah blah. Nate's calls Arab cringe and will be canceled. I stand by it though.
Shut up, bitch!
And now BB Bros. Now that's a good one. I still like that one. Princess BB is my favorite. Anyway, I'm gonna stick with Alabasta because I'm not gonna change after 20 fucking years, so I don't care. And yeah, the Raftail versus Laugh-Tail thing is particularly interesting because that's like this issue blown up to, like, a plot relevant one where it actually there's actually a plot relevant detail that hinges on a, like, sort of a translation. What do you even call that? Something essentially missing in the Japanese language that, like, Oda was using to, like, make that deliberately ambiguous. And in any attempt to translate it, like, if I were to go back and, like, retranslate all of One Piece right now, I might not use Raftel. I would right now because it was just in the zeitgeist. But I might use something like like I would spell it wrong and, like, use an R instead of an L just to confuse. Rafutelu. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, being lost in translation was a deliberate feature, and it's interesting how, like, you would have to preserve that in order for the intent to remain, which I just think is interesting. Okay, anyway, doesn't matter. Set course for Alabasta. I'm never gonna do it, TCB. I'm never gonna do it. Right now. If I can stick with Eris after all these years, which they corrected fairly quickly, but I say corrected, they did want to go with that. They did make a mistake. I just don't care. They fixed it too late. I'm never changing. It's Eris. Fuck you. Are we getting a Nate translated One Piece? You're getting it right now, baby. Effectively. Maybe. Like I've been saying, what's good? Oh, okay, right. So let's actually focus on what's going on here. So Luffy is saying, go to Alabasta right now. Okay, because again, I didn't read this. So Sabo declares war on the Celestial Dragons. King Cobra of Alabasta assassinated by Sabo. And his daughter, Princess Vivi, is missing. Okay, there you go. So, Luffy is willing to go back to the islands as freed. Ah, indeed. It's so convenient. It's so good nature of Luffy that Luffy is willing to do that. I'm sure that Oda is going to allow those feelings to be exercised in the story, such that Luffy has to pay even a tiny bit of a personal cost in order to just, like, say the virtue signally thing, basically, of, like, oh yeah, I would absolutely go way out of my way for the adventure and go help my allies in other places. Oh yeah, I would totally do that. But that means Zoro, oh, it's almost like I'm the captain and I have the ability to make these decisions, but I just have to do what Zoro tells me, because, Okay, obviously Oda was never gonna write that. I mean, if Luffy's so rash, sure didn't act that rash in this chapter. Okay, anyway, here, let's read what Zoro says. Like I've been saying, what good is that gonna do? Set course for Alabasta, that is. The man's dead. Besides, Vivi was last seen at Marie Joie. That's true. Then let's go there, says Luffy. Okay. Well, no, you said he did it for Marineford for Ace. The problem is, that was still a forward motion in the story. Because, I mean, again, like, you know, Marineford was, like, directly before the red line. Everything they did was going forward. The only time they actually went backward was for the 2-year pause. And again, it was a 2-year pause. Like, yeah, nothing's going to be progress there. That is the time. But again, that took up, like, a couple of chapters of like Luffy fucking around. Really, that was like the Luffy flashback and then continuing. So you know, Marineford was pushing everything forward. I'm just saying, Oda would be a fool, and I don't even blame him. It's just that he needs to make it believable why Luffy isn't going to do that, and frankly, he does kind of do that. So it's not even bad. Let's just see what he does. You know? Okay, here we go. So Karibo, my man, off in the barrel. Here we go. Are we heading to Marie Joie? Not good. Damn it, it's too muffled to hear. So, okay, so now we've confirmed that Karibo is in the barrel, and obviously Carrot is inside Karibo,
Thank you,
baby!
Baxter.
The American people are tired of
That fucking rabbit character. She's gone. She's dead. Get the fuck out of here. Somebody post that comic that guy drew of Carrot getting blown the fuck out. The 12th Straw Hat of Legend. She's coming. All right, she'll be back. Okay, Carrot Bros. So okay, fellow Carrot Bros, fellow Carrot believers, I'm just getting a little concerned. She was supposed to show up by now. She was supposed to be here by now. I'm getting a little concerned, guys. I don't know where she is. Well, she must be hiding inside. She's tucked away in bed or something. It's getting a little suspicious. She's in the bathroom taking a really long shit. She ate too many carrots, just like me. Her bowels are completely blocked, completely impounded, and Dr. Chopper is gonna have to get in there, baby, and unclog that shit. Carrot was in the second barrel. We've got a 2-barrel theory going now. It must be true. Okay, all right. So you moron, says Zoro. That's the den of the enemy, Marie Joie, indeed. You want to take on Navy HQ. Damn straight, says Luffy rationally. What's wrong, Zoro? You chicken? Now, to be fair with us, Luffy, not all of us are literal god fruit eaters. So cut us some slack here. Cut us some slack. Simmer down. I'm just saying we don't have any leads, says Zoro, which is, I mean, again, that's not a bad argument. I mean, your lead was she was at Marie Joie and then disappeared. So again, like, Vivi is like an honorary crew member, and they're kind of abandoning her. Again, like, it's just that Oda needs to give Luffy, like, a good reason to not go for her. Okay, we'll address at the end here. Okay, where are you, Vivi-chan? How are you feeling? Please be safe. Vivi's dad is dead. I mean, again, now this, I mentioned this in the chat before. Gaimon is inside Karibo. He's finally joining. And he's an honorary crew member. He counts. Luffy would not do this with Nami or Robin. You're damn straight he wouldn't do it with Nami or Robin. And again, when remember, well, in fact, we actually have an example. In fact, well, Sanji did it. Sanji said, like, I'm leaving the crew. Don't come after me. And he did it anyway. And then Robin, again, never forget what Robin said after or during Water 7. She was like, do not follow me. Do not come after me. I'm leaving. I don't want to be with you. And now, to be fair, it was extremely suspicious behavior from Robin at the time. Like, there was good reason to think that, like, you know, she wasn't going to, like, she was being coerced or things like that, you know. But, fair enough. In this case, like, Vivi is, like, way far away, so, like, it's kind of understandable that they're not gonna do all this shit. Nami also did that in Arlong Park. That's true, although Nami's was, like, a little bit more, it was just, like, a shorter period, you know? And it was, like she was, like, right there. They didn't even need to, like, go anywhere. It's just that she kept saying, go away, go away, go away, and then, like, they did, like, one thing. Look at Nami's hand. Not a great-looking hand. Not looking great. Well, Nami did steal the ship. I mean, they went to get back their ship from Nami, of course. And then led to the whole Arlong Park thing. I don't need your help, blah, blah, blah. And so on. Okay, so Cobra... Oh, I was going to say, the real Cope, the real high IQ Cope here is... Okay, knowing how Oda's been writing lately, what are the odds that Cobra actually just isn't dead? I want to see numbers. I want to see percentage numbers in the chat. Because if you ask me, again, remember Pound. Remember Pell. We have not seen a body. I'm going with, personally, him being dead. It's true he doesn't have the will of P. I'm still going to go with, I don't know. It's not like 90%. I guess I'm kind of down the middle. I think I'm 50-50. On him being dead or still alive. Because again, him being alive doesn't really do anything for the story. Like, Oda could easily just kill him. But again, like, how many times has that been the case? Did Pell being alive do anything for the story? And for a more recent one, again, our boy Pound D Pussy, all right? The will of P is in him. Okay, fair enough. But still, the fucking guy, what am I saying? Like, him being alive, The entire point of him being alive is just so that he could like meet up with Chiffon and Lola and like be their dad again. So okay, that's fine. A D-Monster, it has to be a debate, bro, because Oda has put us in this position. Look at True Sages right there. He thinks Pedro is still alive. I mean, and even if he's joking, some people still do think this. And if Oda just wanted to keep credibility, he didn't need to show that shot of like Pound getting like eviscerated by Oven. And again, and why did he even need to do that? He didn't need to do it whatsoever. And he didn't even show, like, assuming he just survived that one slash, how did Pound escape Whole Cake Island? There's no explanation whatsoever. Okay, so it's just the most egregious thing. Okay, but some people were saying it before. It is true. Oda is slowly, a little bit at a time, regaining some credibility, because he did, again, apparently kill Asurudoji and Izo. So those two dudes died. But again, there are so many examples where he's fucked up. I'm putting it 50%, which I would love to be more down on one side or the other, but there's just been so many examples on either side. Hawkins died. I mean, did Drake die? Wasn't he around too? I don't know, man. I just don't know. CP0 man, yeah, he probably died. Yeah, I mean, a couple people did die, it seems. But again, we just don't know, man. Nate, you're forgetting Kinemon. Nate, it's a 60% minimum. Jesus Christ, about Kinemon still being alive. Yeah, but I mean, I never thought he was going to be dead in the first place, so that was different than, like, Pound or whatever. Drake didn't die. I mean, Drake didn't die, but, like, Hawkins died, and if Hawkins died, I mean, why would Drake survive? Drake got stabbed through the body, like, 5 times. I don't know. Again, there's too many factors. I can't even keep it straight. I'm calling it 50 so I don't have to worry about it. I just don't know. He is getting looser on his trigger finger. That's true. A lot of people died this chapter, or did they? I think it's a false flag, personally. Okay, we'll get to it. You're right. Drake is a dinosaur man. It was all that dino DNA. He's got like 5 hearts that kept him alive. Hey, fair enough. Okay, here we go. One Piece's sense of boundless wonder died and was killed by Nika. Weariest bones. That's a fair thing for you to say. That's a bold statement. I don't. That's even a little bit beyond what I would say, but I see where you're coming from, and I do understand it, and there are obviously many issues. Okay, anyway, here we go. I educate if y'all read history books, but dinos don't die. Makes sense to me. All right, here we go. Okay, seems like this year's Rever. Oh wait, did I read all this? Okay, Vivi's dad's dead. Okay, blah blah blah. He was really nice to them. Yes, he was. He was the best king around. He was the bestest king that ever was. Point to the last recorded dino death. You got me there. Okay, ugh. I'm torn between worrying about Vivi and worrying about how she's taking all this. Okay, all right, fair enough. Seems like this year's Reverie was quite tumultuous. Shut up, Jinbei. One line for the chapter. Shut the hell up. And again, now this is what having an overcrowded crew does. I think Frankie and Brooke get literally one line, and they don't need it. Just don't even include them. We don't need this reaction. I think Oda's doing it because he's like, well, we got to give all the crew a little highlight. You don't. If you ever needed proof that there were characters in the crew that didn't need to be there, it's these 3 boys right here. That's what it is. Jinbei's going to leave any day now. I'm very excited for it. Okay. Now, to be fair, someone needs to steer the ship. It's not like anyone else could have done that early in the series. Uh-oh. Okay, moving on. The useless trio. Yeah, I like it.
Shut up, bitch.
That's what I say to all these 3. Okay, here we go. Frankie really hasn't gotten that much spotlight throughout the series. I like Frankie as much as the next guy, but actually, I don't like Frankie as much as the next guy. That's not true. I probably like him less. I like him, but you can't say he's had the same spotlight as everybody else. Okay, moving on. We all know the main characters of the Straw Hat crew are the first 5 members. That's obviously true. Brooke and Frankie are way more useless than Jinbei. Fuck you. Are you kidding me right now? You're probably saying that because Jinbei's like strong and stuff. Whatever. We don't even need a fighter anymore. Luffy's just a god. That's it. It's done. Stonewall Jinbei did his one job of keeping Yamato out of the crew, and now he can go. Okay. Okay, so here we go. I can't take it anymore, Vivi. Where are you? That does it. We're gonna go save her. Let's do it. All of you knock it off. Luffy, remember what you said about Ace that one time. Okay, here's the big defense for us. Here we go. Yamato. That's the one. All right. Okay, epic meme face. Okay, Ace has his own adventures. Indeed. I mean, frankly, I don't even know why Luffy's reacting so differently here. I mean, maybe he's been, like, changed by his experience of, like, seeing Ace die. I don't, and how did the Ace situation turn out? I mean, that's true. But again, Luffy did successfully save Ace. Ace just committed suicide by cop, as I said earlier in the chat, which that was on him. That was on him. He just let himself get baited. Whitebeard went through all that shit to keep Ace alive. Pretty embarrassing, you know? And that'd be a pretty good refutation of Zoro here, even if, you know, it wasn't specifically Luffy. Ace did die, so he was in a pretty sticky situation. He couldn't handle the bants. Absolutely true. Should have just told him. Shut up, bitch! That's what I would have done. Oh, dude, guess what? I just learned how to say Marines in fucking... Oh, wait. Can I pull this up? Marine HQ. One Piece. Yo, check this out. I'm a genius now. All right, you ready for this? All right. Full size. Boom. I can read this now because I'm a genius. You know what it says? It says Marine. It says Kai-gun. Kai-gun. Sea Army. That's what that means. I just learned that shit. I'm a genius. Yeah, nicely done, Future Mech. Nice one. Add it. God, I'm so fucking smart, lads. My IQ is literally getting way too high. That's my problem. And it does look like McDonald's, which is hilarious. Okay, moving on. It says Marine Dummy. Yeah, you got me there. There's some squiggles here, and then there's actual words here. That's the good one. That's the good one. Okay, here we go. You trusted him to make his own way up until the point where he actually needed help. Okay, well, see, this is kind of a shitty point. First of all, Zoro literally wasn't there when the decision was made to go save Sabo, or to go save Ace, I mean. Same guy, basically, right? So, like, Zoro's argument is pretty terrible here. I don't know why he's saying so confidently, like, yeah, it's not like Ace needed help or anything. That would have been a big waste of time to try to go help Ace. I mean, it kind of was, but only because Ace chose to fucking kill himself. So not a great argument from Zoro here. This is something that Luffy said, but he kind of feels differently now, it feels like. And again, so initially, Luffy saw that the Vivre card was, I believe, burning. So help me if I remember this correctly. At the end of Thriller Bark, I think this is when this happened, Luffy learned about the existence of Vivre cards from Lola, if I remember correctly. And when that happened, he was like, hey, I think I got something similar like that. And was that the end? Am I thinking this right? Was that the end of Thriller Bark, or was that like Shaboni or something? And he obviously was before the crew split up. So he pulls out the paper and he sees it burning up a bit, right? Yeah, okay. He sees it burning up and he's like, uh-oh, I know this is Ace's. This is a bad sign for Ace. But he's like, and then he says this right here. We want adventure piece, not consequence piece. So true. So true. And he was like, I trust Ace. Okay. But then it was when he read the newspaper or whatever, like that old Amazon Lily lady. She read the newspapers like, hey, they're going to execute this pirate named Portcullis D. Ace. And then when he heard that news, he was like, uh-oh, guess I better do something to go save him because he's going to be executed. So I'm trying to think if it's like substantially different or whatever. I mean, Luffy, wait, does Luffy have a Vivre card for Sabo? I don't think so. I mean, I feel like if he did, we would have seen it by now. Actually, he's not even thinking about Sabo right now. He's thinking about Vivi. Did Sabo give him one? I can't remember. I don't think he did. Maybe he did. Who cares? Point being that, so before he went to save Ace, when he's like, Ace is captured and going to be executed, that is an imminent threat of death. You can see why Luffy would get involved in that. In this case, Vivi has disappeared. Who's Sabo? Great question. I don't know. Sabo made one for Luffy. He does have the Sabo Vivre card. Okay, maybe we should check that sometime. That'd probably be a good idea. Chip, you voted Hacked? I'm shocked. Fascinating. Okay. Okay, can we get some Gotas and Hacktas in the chat? Can we just, as far as we are right now, can we get some Gota posting and or Hackta posting? How are we feeling, lads? How we feeling, to put it shortly? Is it Hackta or is it Gota right now? Okay, there they go. Okay. All right, good. I see some people betting the odds. Here we go. It's because I lost that bet. I see. the crew are talking to each other. That's pretty Goda. You know, that's a point for old Goda here. Okay, so I'm gonna say, because Vivi is like location unknown, I mean, it doesn't take a genius, and Luffy is no genius. But again, Luffy can like just think one step through and be like, okay, her dad was murdered and Vivi disappeared. This is cause for great concern about Vivi. She disappeared after Reverie, blah, blah, blah. So one could worry about her pretty reasonably. However, I don't really blame Luffy for not like going on like a wild goose chase, because they don't actually know where she is. They don't know what they could do to save her. And again, yes, Luffy does have this general attitude, which is consistent, of just like people have to live their own adventures, which is, I mean, it's a good policy. Like, it makes sense. Base libertarian Luffy saying, fuck the poor, they can fend for themselves. I do what I want. The poor and the downtrodden. The Millennium says the French translation phrased Zoro's dialogue as him saying, until he was clearly in danger, you let him live his life. So the English translator might have his dialogue a little less clear. True. I trust TCB pretty well for these things. Of course, they can be wrong about stuff. What am I saying? I mean, obviously, I'm not even gonna. That's another point of data, like the French translation. I would always want to go to the Japanese to check the source, which is probably up on Reddit somewhere. But I don't even feel the need to check it. I mean, yeah, I feel like I can infer pretty clearly what's going on here. This doesn't even feel like it's particularly ambiguous. He's like, until they need you and there's something you can do, what can you do? Which is fair enough. Korozumi were born to burn. Indeed, they were. All of them, even the children. Nate, read the Japanese best man. That's me. That's what they call me. Wait, they also call me,
Isn't it beautiful, boys? The ancient land of Japan.
What were they thinking?
There you go. No. There it is. Nate, Japanese banana bestman. That's what I want to be known
Thank
as.
you, Baxter.
Thank you, Baxter, if you refer to me. That's my true name. All right. Like Blackleg Sanji, Japanese banana bestman. That's me. I would rather be wrong than trust the French. So true. So true. Okay, so here we go. Now this right here of, so why underestimate Vivi? She can hold her own. Okay, that's Cope posting. Vivi is weak as shit. If she was on the crew, she would literally be weaker than Usopp. She can't do a damn thing. This is a fucking headcanon, but whatever. She did have like one attack she could do, you know? She could do that like spinny blade thing. That was something. Her duck does have Conqueror's Haki. That's true. Karoo. Vivi's definitely getting clapped. Yeah, that's true. Not as she trained with Nika. Very true. Very true. But she jumped from the crow's nest, Nate. I don't even remember that. But I believe you. I mean, she's not like the weakest character in the entire series. She is like on that tier of like, she has some physical skills, but you know, what can you do? Still more of a fighter than Nami? Well, I guess that's true. But Nami's got Zeus, so she's god tier now. All right, here we go. Harumph. Oh, wait. If the opportunity presents itself, we can pitch a tent then. Oh, I'm pitching a tent right now, thinking about it. But in the meantime, have faith and quit belly aching. Harumph, you can't stop us from worrying, says Luffy, seething and coping. For some reason doing what Zoro says, even though he's the captain. You're an Oni. No, an Onigashima. You're a green Kaido, a green mom, which is a pun on green mom and green mom flower. Thanks, translator's notes. Crappy moss head. Shut it, fourth. Haha. He did it again, and now they're fighting again. Oh, I laugh. They are interacting. Oh, interaction, bros. Thanks, Oda. Appreciate that. Okay, there were lots of developments while we were in Wano, and things seem to be escalating fast. The abolishment of the warlords drove those elite pirates back to the seas. As a result, Cross Guild was founded, and Buggy the bombastic clown became an emperor. Very funny. Very funny. There has to be some mix-up. A joke piece is all right. This fourth thing, though, Jesus Christ. That's poor Sanji. All right, Luffy, there are other familiar names in here. Would you like to hear the news about them too? Oh, wait, right. Okay, so fucking Buggy becoming an emperor. Even Luffy continues to say there has to be something wrong with it. You know, he's got good instincts, and he's right. Okay, there you go. Can we stop mentioning Wano? I swear no other arc gets mentioned as much after it ends. Oh, you must mean arc. I mean, to be fair, it was a big arc, and it did take. I mean, it's almost an insult. She's like, Jesus Christ, we were in there for like 4 years of real time. Holy Christ, so many things happened. Everyone died in real life. Truly, the most ridiculous arc. Okay, okay. Other things happened while they were trapped in Wano. It was a hell on earth. Would you like to hear about them, Luffy-sama? Nah, I'll leave it up to you. Just tell me if there's anything big to keep an eye on. And here's Oda's mission statement right here. Okay, I'll do that. I wouldn't want to overload you with information. All right, this is how Luffy views us in the audience. Now, to be fair, this works in canon. Luffy is an idiot retard who doesn't know or care about anything. And Robin is reliable and would tell people. And Robin does look pretty here. That is true. We can all agree on that. Now, the line art is still quite chunky, and it's not as good as it used to be. So that's an instant hacked. The whole chapter's hacked just for that alone. But I do like her smiles and her. I mean, you know, I'm gonna say it. Robin has kind of an overly sunny disposition these days, and it is a little bit strange. Like, she used to smile like this, and it was creepy, in a good way, in an alluring way. She's too mom mode. I think the scales are tipped a bit. And, I mean, yeah, I think probably being with the crew did change her. She, like, has people that she cares about now. It's fine. Stop the count. He called it hacked, bros. Yeah, she's not depressed anymore, so she's living. She's having a good time. And it's been years since she, like, found her crew. So she loves them, and they're all a big family together. Compliment Chopper. Oh, we're going to have some words about Chopper. Don't worry about it. And oh, look at that art right there. Are you seeing that art? You seeing that Usopp face? Oh, it looks great. This is peak art right now. Nate, don't project your emo girl fetish onto us. I would only do that.
I'm the Joker, baby.
And she's high off her new bounty. Yeah, that's true. Robin is like a mom who got too much plastic surgery. Oh, scathing. That's quite scathing. I wouldn't even go that far. But I see what you're getting at. Yeah, there you go. Crying Robin. Who has a crying Robin emote? Like the I want to live one specifically. Not even like the funny one of her as like a kid or whatever. All right. We'll do it. Here we go. Can Robin be happy with her friends? No!
Thank you, Baxter.
That's not what I meant to say.
Shut up, bitch.
There we go. All right, there you go. She can't be happy until I'm happy. And I'm not happy because this is hacked, boys. There it is. Okay, there. Too slow. It was too slow. All right. Sabo's innocent, says Luffy. No judge or jury required. The man is the god of the One Piece world. Okay. Definitely says... Oh, this is also his bubble. Okay, just checking here. He had a real strict upbringing. He just wants to make sure no one else has their freedoms taken the way he did. Right, he wanted to see the world and write a book. Yep, cope, shit, argument. Okay, she. It's my turn. I'm gonna. The three of us swore an oath. Me, him, and Ace. And I said I'd. Okay, here it is. Here comes the Hackta. Here comes the cope. Okay. So, Sunny reacts. Okay, a live reaction, bros. It's all happening right now. Huh? What did you say? Nani? Yo ho ho, you're too much. Okay, the reactions are something. Hey, are you serious? So there's like disbelief, sort of confusion, and then laughter at how ridiculous it seems to be. Wah ha ha, that sounds great. It's perfect. So Frankie likes it. Da ha ha. So we got a wah ha ha and a da ha ha. Okay, has he always had da ha ha? Okay, whatever. Chopper, I think someone needs to check his head. Robin is simply amazed. Again, Robin looking very pretty. Even though the lart's chunky. And that, whoa! Great looking Chopper there. Very nice. Okay. Come on. There's no way anyone can do that. But I'll have a shot if I become king of the pirates. I don't even know how you come up with this stuff. I haven't been this teased since, this bad since I dated that Catholic girl. Indeed. Has Sanji ever da-ha-ha'd before? Actually driving me crazy. I don't know. I mean, I definitely could have missed that. I'm not saying I definitely haven't seen that before. This is the 4th time. It's seriously getting annoying. Hackta spiking right now, boys. The Hackta odds are climbing. Okay, yeah, I've never mentioned any of this to you before. No, but it wouldn't have made much of a difference since it's impossible, says Usopp. Okay, that means I only told Shanks, Ace, Sabo, and of course my best friend Uta since Chapter 1. Can we get some Chapter 1?
Thank you, Baxter.
The American people are tired of women.
We're tired of Uta, bros. Thanks for telling Uta in Chapter 1. Appreciate that. All right. Nate, this is showing you have to be part of Luffy's crew permanently. You have to know his dream. Indeed. And who else knows Luffy's dream? I think Shanks told... Ace told someone Luffy's dream once upon a time. What does it mean, bros? Uta's joining, bros. Uta's joining. Okay, so I told Shanks, Ace, Sabo, how did they react? They all laughed. Oh, and Shanks had some tears rolling down his face. She. That's what I want at the end of my dream. Okay, so Luffy is like, he's like tacking this thing on to, well, the wording actually here kind of made me wonder, like, at the end of my dream, like, what does he mean, the end of the dream? I don't know. Am I crazy, or is like literally what did he mean by this? It's like, what is he implying that the dream is beyond this? You know, or maybe he's just like, he's describing what the dream is, and he's like, at the end of this dream that I just described to you, for the working class to rise up. Obviously true. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, it kind of sounds like he's gonna fucking die. You know, it kind of sounds like it's gonna be. Like, oh, at the end of my dream when I fucking die. Again, like, you know, some people are gonna, like, theorize about that, of course. I don't know, man. So, oh, wait, no, okay, that's not the right thing. Yeah, I've got something for a little bit later, but not right now. Can Luffy get much higher? We'll find out about that. Lifespan bros, it's coming together right here. Okay, anyway, so, like, again, looking at the reaction, so, like, Usopp is, like, incredulous, basically. Again, we've got, like, incredulous, or confused, sort of shocked, and then a couple of the older bros, like, laugh about it. By the way, while Zoro molds and copes and sees and is a confused brainlet, Sanji, gods, they're laughing it up, boys! We're having a great time over here. Honestly, this is a very good moment for Sanji. I think he actually looks good here. Although I suppose he is calling Luffy crazy for thinking it, but at least he's smiling. While Zoro just molds over here. His name's Zoro, he's just like a samurai. Robin isn't hearing this for the first time. Look at her. I guess it is kind of a poignant moment here. Yeah, it's going to be a Toriko ending because he says, I'm going to the moon, baby! We're going to space! That's where it needs to end! Just like Toriko did. He's going to meet Toriko in space, obviously. And then down here we get another Robin thing being like, oh, how did they react? Now, in all seriousness, I don't want to overreach and overread on this stuff. Like, this is entirely plausible. It's just Robin being like, huh, okay. Because, I don't know, like, is Robin, like, hiding secret Joy Boy information? Like, why would she do that? I mean, again, she might just have not shared it yet because there's no reason to until there's, like, a full conclusion at the end. It could be a lore thing, you know? I don't know. Why is there a gap between Sunny and Zoro? I'll tell you why. Because in the fine art of manga drawing, this little thing here, I don't know if all mangakas do it, but like Oda definitely does, is like you put a little small panel like this to show a transition. When there's a transition from, so we're seeing like the group shot, and then we sort of transition to all these individual shots, which are like closer together. They're not like kind of a bigger pan or something, you know? Dark Robin is confirmed. Actually, also this represents Carrot's reaction. Yeah, obviously. Okay, so there you go. I don't know, man. I still think kind of the basic theory here is the most plausible one. Yeah, the Goo Dugrin here asking about the big party meme. I think the big party meme is the most plausible one that we could, imagine right now. Oh yeah, and did Karibo hear it? Definitely, because he's joining the crew. I mean, again, there was a thing Oda specifically showed before, a thing that like Karibo couldn't clearly hear what was being said, although Karibo is sitting right there. We can literally see him. Did Oda include him there by accident? He's like right next to Luffy on the ground. So I would not be surprised if that's how that's how we hear, you know. So I think that on the subject of like what it is, I think party piece makes a lot of sense. Like Luffy, his dream again. Luffy had this dream presumably since before he even got like his devil fruit. Although if you want to, I mean, we don't even know that for sure. It's possible that like, okay, just imagine this. All right, here's the worst case scenario that could possibly happen. This dream of Luffy's was implanted in him the moment that he ate the fun boy devil fruit. All right, weirdly enough, as soon as he ate that devil fruit, he started having this strange dream. He wanted to make the world laugh or have a big party together. And that's why he told fucking Gold Roger something. Or that's why he told Shanks that. I'm just saying, like, you can't necessarily rule it out. And again, I remind you, Oda is clearly setting up something important narratively with like, a Nika headmate plot. Because Oda went so far out of his way to make it clear that, like, there's a thing with Zoans that they have a spirit of their own. He didn't need to include that. He chose to go way out of his way. And frankly, I think that is the entire reason why he retconned, or a large part of it, why he retconned the Goma Goma no Mi to be the Nika fruit, so that he could put this, like, utterly retarded plot. Again, just make it a paramecia and say that all devil fruits have a spirit. It's not that complicated. But again, I think that he, like, made up a shitty rule set for himself, and he's, like, following that in that way. That's what I think. Julius here, subbing here. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, Baxter.
Saying, my current theory is that Luffy wants to make a worldwide treasure hunt akin to what Roger did, unironically, the two-piece. That's not a bad theory. Retcon. Oh, of course that's you, Stinky. Of course that's you, Stinky. Shut up, bitch. Oh, boy. So, I think it's an okay theory. I think it's a little too... Oh, I don't know. To me, that one's like a little more implausible than just like a simple, like something more basic. Like he just wants to make everyone party and like have a smile on their, like something like that. I think it's just a little simpler. I don't know. It doesn't even need to be a party, but like make everybody laugh or something. I don't know. Refuses to debate me live on stream. I'm debating you right now by saying you're cringe and all your takes are wrong.
Shut up, bitch.
There you go. There's your debate live on stream. It just happened. Did I tap the mic again? Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. Anyway, we don't know what the dream is. We just don't know. Something. He's going to do something. Now, I will say, though, okay, to anyone, because I forgot that people hadn't already come to this conclusion. There are people out there who are like, oh, we are now learning that that clearly the Pirate King thing that Luffy says is, like, incidental on the way to this dream. This proves that the two things are different. This proves Arthur wrong about finding the One Piece being the last chapter. I wouldn't say that necessarily. I mean, it doesn't prove it wrong, but, I mean, if he didn't previously think that these were two separate things, now we know that it is. And I remember, years ago, I was a denier. I said that, like, no, I pretty strenuously defended that I think that Luffy, that his dream that was, like, cut off screen was to be the Pirate King. Obviously, I changed my mind a while back, and this now confirms that it's definitely a separate thing. So, his dream is to watch Film Red, available on August 16th, 2022 for the low price of $5,000.99. Thank you, Shanks. Thank you, Shanks. That's what Shanks told him. That was the secret. And the last thing I have to say about this is, yes, that other thing that, okay, Oda, how many times now? I think that we're up to a 4 count of where Luffy's dream has been mentioned and it has not been stated. And look, some of this is a feature of just how fucking long this series is going on. His dream is to eat God and add it to his full course. Indeed, of course. It's like Vegapunk. I don't know how you guys feel about Vegapunk. I am past like fun excitement about Vegapunk. I'm starting to get actually annoyed that like we just don't have answers to these questions. Now, I know that like the way that you should read One Piece with things like this, it doesn't actually matter that like we haven't learned what the dream is. But again, Oda keeps deliberately cutting away to tease us. So it's like it's poking you. It's just poking you and being like, I know what the dream is, but I'm not gonna. It begins to get annoying. That's all it is. That's all it is. So like the right way to read it is to just like not worry about it. It's not gonna make like a huge lore difference. I don't think anyway. His dream is probably to get his foreskin restored. That's probably it, honestly.
Thank you, Baxter.
Thank you, Baxter, for returning my foreskin. That's dare to dream, lads. Dare to dream. I'll be fine with it if Vegapunk's actual design is a spoiler, like if he looks very similar to Teach or something. But, I mean, I don't think that'll be the case. See, and again, I don't think Vegapunk's design or anything will be a big mystery. I think that it's just that, like, all the Vegapunk lore and, like, the Devil Fruit lore is gonna come at the end. And, you know, that's just what's gonna happen. But again, we just don't know. But and here's another thing. I have an evolving opinion on this. Tell me what you think about this. I have begun to think that a author of a fiction author has something of a moral obligation to not leave their audience hanging for too long. Am I crazy? I don't think I am. Because lots of things can happen. Things change. You can fucking die, like Miura did. So again, it's not an ironclad rule, but I just think that it's something that people should keep in mind. And it is a weekly manga. That's true. But I don't know. I mean, there's certainly, I mean, again, you can just like debate that principle separate of like manga specifically or anything in general. But like there have been many examples where it has gone horribly wrong when stories have gone on too long. Yeah, it's polite if nothing else, Law. Well said. Well said. To a degree. Yeah. Yeah, moral obligation. I think that's the best way to frame it. In fact, hang on. Let me do one thing. Okay, sorry about that. All right, let's continue here and mosey right along. Let's try to get through this shit. You can have a twist without a mystery box. I'm tired of speculation culture within media. Yeah, see, going inside 85, that's the thing. It's like the mystery box concept has gone wrong so many times that I'm pretty suspicious of it in general. And it is true to a degree. One Piece has been a mystery box since the beginning. But I started reading One Piece before I even knew this was something to be concerned about. And so yeah, I mean, George R.R. Martin, for example, I have a theory that he's just done. I think he's basically given up. I don't think he's going to get any more books done. He might get one more done. He's so distracted with like his other series and stuff. I just think that he's
good, right?
like off on other stuff. Now, Oda's been one of the best on this front, but does that mean that like, oh, because Oda's done it well, it should be encouraged and everyone should do it all the time? You know, I don't think so. I'm sorry, Reddit Sephiroth. I'm so sorry, but I'm concerned about its faith. You know, the best ongoing story is Bastard. Didn't that get like canceled? Is that a joke? Okay. Anyway, anyone read Name of the Wind? One of the worst offenders. Interesting. 11 years and counting, George. It will still have a chapter. Stinky, keep hoping. Just keep hoping, bro. All right, let's move it along, shall we? Sanderson, yeah. He died, but he got that book. He got it done. Wait, that is Sanderson, right? Right? The Wheel of Time guy? Yeah, and Hunter, honestly, Hunter x Hunter is a great example, too. Because, again, he had the perfect time to end the story. He had the perfect time right at the end of like, when he meets his dad. It's, like, perfect right after that arc. And then he fucking drops this fucking bomb of, by the way, everything we've done so far was like a drop in the bucket of what's to come later. Insanity. Uh-oh, boys. Okay, Soko. Oh, Christ. He dropped some Vegapunk lore. Guys, we've got leaks from next chapter. I'm sorry. I'm going to spoil all of you. You have to see this. I'm sorry. I don't care anymore. Here comes chapter 1061. It's Vegapunk. Wait, no, go back. Stop. There he is, boys. It happened.
The American people.
Thank you, Baxter.
Women.
Shut up, bitch!
Oh, no. Oh, boy. He is Pickle Rick. He ate the pickle, no me. Oh, there it is. This is what it was all for, boys. This is what it was all building up to. All right, very exciting. All right, what were we doing? Reading a new One Piece chapter? All right, let's do it. Shout out to Araki for the part formula, because even if Araki dies during part 9 or whatever, parts 1 through 8 still end satisfyingly. That's so true, Demand. And I just think when you're writing like a long-running series, let's say it goes on for, I don't know, 25 years. I'm just saying, like, there are risks involved in that. Risks for your audience. For your audience, too. What if Oda got hit by a bus? And again, I'm just saying it's a consideration. It is a consideration. All right, anyway. Okay, wahaha. Well, I joined this crew willingly, so I can't exactly say it's not my problem. Oh, you're going to be out of the crew real soon. You're going to be out of the crew real soon, my man. Excuse me. I picked a troublesome captain. She. That's awesome, Luffy. Your dream's amazing. This is Chopper, sneezing and coping. It sure sounds like it. Yes, Nami does look cute here. However, I've got to say it. She's stealing Robin's signature move right now that Robin hasn't done in like 1,000 chapters. I'm sorry, Robin is the one who's supposed to lean on her hand sexually. It's a slightly different pose. I'm just saying, where's Robin at, yo? This is the best Nami panel of all time. It's a good one. And yes, the hand is a little sausagey, but it doesn't look too bad. I don't know. It's a good one. Stonewall Jinbei looking cute. That's true. All right. Since you gotta be Pirate King to even make that possible, we better find that last Lode Poneglyph. Then it's off to Laugh Tale. Make it sound so easy, Frankie. You know, I'm just having a thought here. So Frankie is calling it... Okay, narratively, in the story, I am okay with, like, the characters... I mean, let's say that you're retranslating One Piece or whatever. Yeah, Frankie confirming that power is necessary for the dream. I want to talk about that, but before we talk about that, I just want to say this Laugh Tale thing. Like, I think the thing is, if I was retranslating all of One Piece again, like, you want to preserve the ambiguity in the name Raftel or Laugh Tale, because again, it's like the same thing. So, like, I think one way to do it in English, it wouldn't make sense in universe, because again, that ambiguity simply doesn't exist in English. It only works in Japanese, because Frankie here is saying the same thing that they would have always said, Rafuteru, which is exactly how it's always been pronounced. So, like, if you were to dub this in English, it would make no sense. Okay. What I'm saying is, I think the way around this, because I think about this localization stuff a little bit sometimes, I think the only way to do this is that just narratively in the series, you get to that part where Roger says the name, where he reveals the name of it, and fucking, you know, he clarifies, like, Rafterto, and we see, like, the big name, and, like, and after that, or in the English dub, he would say, that island, I'll name it Laugh Tale. Again, no one should ever watch it in the dub, but you know some people will. So here's the solution. This is the correct solution. I thought about this for a while. You just call it Raftel, or some, like, distorted version of the pronunciation, and then you make no explanation as to why, but after it is clarified at that chapter or that episode of the story, you just have them say Laugh Tale. You just changed how it's pronounced. That's fine. The crew heard the Odin story, so they know... Well, again, Chip, that actually doesn't matter, because, again, this is a Japanese story. The distinction does not exist in their language. It only exists in like, a translation of it, which, I mean, words are written in English, to be fair, at times in One Piece, but, like, at least their pronunciation would not change, you know? Rafteru. Yeah, there you go. All right, anyway, let's move it along here, shall we? The Raftel naming thing is just a gag that Crocus didn't pay attention to Roger naming the island. Indeed. All right, whatever. Okay. So, okay, now let's talk about this. Okay. So Party Bros. Frankie is saying you need to be Pirate King to even make that possible. So we need to find the last Lode Poneglyph. Okay. Now, some people are going to say that, like, there's, like, deep lore implications of this. Okay, however, we don't know what One Piece is. Okay, shocker. We don't know what One Piece is. It's a mystery thing. Maybe it's information. Maybe it's sake bros, lore tree bros. Okay, like, who knows? It could be anything. It's probably lots of information with it's a story. At least we know that it's a story. Joy Boy had some information there. At least there's that. So that raised the question, as Chip there is saying, why do you need to be Pirate King to do anything in particular? Now, I have a few thoughts on this. One being, I think the plausible reading is just that, like, he's just saying you gotta be powerful, you gotta have influence to do all this stuff. It's all the acid head dojins, indeed. The peak. That's the peak One Piece storytelling right there. Resin Bros. He needed resin to make it happen. All right, Resin Bros. We will never give up. Yeah, like Julius wrote right there. He wrote the katakana correctly. Rafuteru. That's how it's pronounced. And that's how they'll always say it. It only is, like, no one in Japan will think differently of it. It's just, I mean, the English meaning has been clarified. It's a warai banashi, you know, a laughter story, blah, blah, blah. Okay, anyway, more importantly, we're talking about, okay. So I think what's going on here is just Frankie being like, yes, you need to be powerful and influential to make your dream a reality, Luffy. That's what needs to happen. Because again, the title Pirate King, it actually means nothing at all. All it means, it was just a thing that Roger got called the Pirate King because he made it to Raftel, and then they were like, You're like the bestest pirate ever, Roger. We're going to call you the Pirate King now because you did it all. Okay, Demand, I just have to respond to this because people get confused about this, which I don't blame you for, but I need to clarify because I feel so passionate about this issue. If it's not a spoiler in Japanese, why bother keeping it a spoiler in English? Okay, Demand, what your analysis is missing there is the inherent ambiguity of an English word translated into Japanese. That ambiguity was the point of the word laugh tail being turned into rafteru, which, as you can tell from hearing it, sounds very different. It does not contain all the meaning. Now, over the years, I have seen people theorizing before it was confirmed that, like, hey, what if it meant laugh tail? That's a pretty good theory. I saw that in my day. At least I believe that I did. But it was kind of dismissed because they're like, I mean, yeah, that could be true, but we just don't know, so we'll just keep speculating, you know? So the ambiguity is a feature, not a bug. It is a core feature. And that is why, and again, you can't distract from the fact that when, like, what was that, chapter 1000 something, whatever, whenever, Roger clarified laughter tail or laugh tail, whatever, it was a big moment of a story reveal. It being in English, that was a big reveal. It was presented as such. If it wasn't revealing anything new, then why did they do it that way? It's because it was a reveal. It was a reveal. And from then on, like, now we knew definitively, the name of this island is Laugh Tail. That means certain things that before we could only theorize about, and now it implies things about Joy Boy and Roger and Luffy and Nika and all this bullshit, you know? So there you go. There you go. It matters. It does make a difference. And so, like, again, we're English speakers here, presumably. And to my fellow Nihongo speakers, konnichiwa. I know all the Japs come here to get the hottest, most high IQ takes, of course, because I'm the best in the game. So like, yeah, like Funimation dub or 4Kids or whoever's doing it, you still want to preserve that ambiguity. And again, English doesn't give you the same tools that Japanese does because languages are different. So you have to adapt it in some way. You have to find a way to preserve it because, again, the target language there is English that was translated from. So the only way to preserve this core feature, this is where it's a localization, not just a translation. You have to use critical thinking to find a way to preserve the intent of the story here. So I think that the best way to do that is to take a little bit of liberty and to, like, just keep calling it Raftel or anything like that, which is fine. Which again, like anyone, as long as you can make a good faith argument that you are trying to preserve ambiguity because that is a feature of the story, not a bug, then you are doing the right thing. And, you know, there's going to be gray areas, but this is not a gray area. This is super clear. So there you go. There's the full argumentation for it. Somebody clip that shit. I'll probably put it on a clip myself. It's a pretty good one. I really want people to understand that argument because it matters. And I've seen a concerning number of people just like questioning that, like, bro, it was never a secret or a mystery. Then why was it a big reveal? Why was it it was a reveal, you know? That wouldn't make sense. Okay, anyway. I love that the pirates are like celebrities IRL with their strange appeal and global influence. I mean, the Pirate King especially, but I mean, it's more like Yonko are more like presidents or, I mean, like global warlords. So, you know, like you hear about the president of, I mean, you again, go back to like the, what do you call it? Not the Victorian age, but the fucking pirate age in real life, you know? Like, you hear about, oh, the King of France is invading Spain today. Some shenanigans are going on. Like, that's the scale we're dealing with here. Yeah, okay. All right, anyway. So, okay, so here we go. So my reading of this is just, you need power and influence to do whatever Luffy is doing. I think that the big party worldwide thing still seems plausible. Again, you'd need a lot of logistical support to do that. Oh, and I'll give you my nightmare. Scenario. Okay, are you ready for it? Here is the worst case scenario possible. The worst case scenario is that the dream is a literal implant from the Nika brain virus that is present in Luffy's thing. It's not impossible. You can't tell me it's impossible. But second only to that is the possibility that Luffy is only able to achieve his dream to make the whole world smile, whatever it is, because he has the Nika God Fruit. That would be not quite as bad, but still very bad. That would be very, Warai Banashi. Oh, I would laugh. I'm the Joker, baby.
I'm the Joker,
If that happens, would Oda, don't do that. Don't do that. I mean, I guess if he uses it to like help it happen, like that's fine. That's not like a huge problem. But it can't rely entirely on the Nika fruit, though. That'll be cringe. Or more likely, you guys are right. He's gonna go to the moon. He's gonna meet Urouge, the real main character.
Shut up, bitch.
Urouge, the love maker, and it's gonna be a big thing. It's gonna be great. All right, here we go. It's been a long time since that poneglyph was last seen. Says right. Find the last road poneglyph. Or load. I don't even know what to believe anymore. It's again, ambiguity exists. L&R, the same thing. We just don't know. You make it sound so easy, Frankie. It's been a long time since that poneglyph was last seen. We don't even have a clue on where to look. Okay. Now, again, this doesn't really like change anything immediately on the ground, but it is notable that that they specifically don't know where this poneglyph is. Now, they knew, I think they did know that Big Mom had one, I believe. I think that was fairly common knowledge. They first learned of it, right, they found the one in Zou, which is super secret, but, you know, a select group of people knew it, Wano-related people. They lucked out that there was one in Wano, of course. I don't think there was, like, I mean, again, it was a good theory that Kaido would have one. So, beyond that, though, I mean, Elbaf bros, I don't know, man. Kid gave them a clue in Wano. That's true. It was like the guy covered in flames or something like that. But I don't think that was that specifically about poneglyphs? I can't remember. I'd have to double check that. But that's believable. Anyway, we'll see. We just don't know. And by chunky line art piece, we're back, baby. We're back better than ever. This is a very chunky looking Robin. Look at that eye. What's going on here, Oda? Come on, get it together. All right, it's on the moon, obviously. It's going to be on the moon. I thought he was talking about Sabo. He could have been talking about Sabo. We just don't know. All right, here we go. Chunk piece is real. All right, we're quickly getting to, oh my God, we're like halfway through. How long has it been? 1 hour and 25 minutes. Jesus Christ. Okay, here we go. It could be Aokiji. It's possible. McDonald's Marines here. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Navy HQ, the New World. We've intercepted a transmission. It's from Flame Emperor Sabo. That's a man marked by flame. Plot piece, here we go. Sabo to the Kamabaka Queendom. Where is it coming from? We have to pinpoint the origin. Kaigun. That means Marines. I know what that means. All right. He's not using a white transponder snail to jam his call. We must be desperate. I doubt he'll speak for long. Okay, so we're tracking Sabo, and that dumb hack isn't even using a no interception, whatever the fuck thing. All right. We've traced his... Okay, now we cut to Marie Joie with our boys, the tall lads. We've traced his position. Where is he? Lulusia Kingdom. Okay, now here we go. Lulusia. Really now. Sama bro!
Thank you, Baxter.
For putting me in the chapter! Yeah, my man!
Thank you, Baxter.
We did it, boys. This is a NordVPN ad. Hey, you know who has a code with NordVPN? Me, motherfucker. Me. Go to my main YouTube channel. I know it's on my on my About page, and go sign up for Nord. Yo, I use Nord to this fucking day. I pay my own money for that shit. Although I think they might have given me like some free time. I can't remember. I don't know if I actually got any of that, but it's pretty good. All right, yeah. What country? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah! Exclamation point NordVPN. Okay, here we go. So that's one of the 8 nations that rebelled a few days ago. It would be an ideal place for Sabo to seek refuge. And who's saying this? Okay, it looks like the Marines are probably saying this. And they're like listening in. Yeah, okay. I see, says Murder Gandhi, my favorite. Who's your favorite Gorosei? Do you like Mr. Hasidic? Do you like tall clover killer guy? Do you like Gandhi? Do you like Sanji's dad? Or do you like, what's this guy's name? Is it Gorbachev? I think it was Gorbachev, right? I like Murder Gandhi, but I like them all. I also like Tall Guy. Lorax Guy? Yeah, oh no, this is Lorax Guy, right? Big Jew is also very powerful. A big Jew being one of the world government's secret shadowy figures running everything behind the scenes. What did Oda mean by this? What did he... I'm just asking questions. I'm just asking. I do like Jew, and I like Gandhi, and Tall Man's cool, Gorbachev's cool, Sanji's dad, meh. Uh-oh, Oda. All right, Hakta? I think Hakta took over for that one. Or was it Basta? Who's to say? Dangerously based. Yeah, that must be him. Okay, so off we go to Kamabaka. Okay, Sabo-kun. I know I've caused you a lot of trouble. Sorry about for the murdering, guys. Okay, Sabo, we're so glad to hear you're safe. The Dragon-san, I swear I'll be a good boy and not do bad things. Okay, I wasn't the one who killed King Cobra. Oh, shock of shocks, boys. Sorry to tell you, boy, revolutionary chads. I'm so sorry to disappoint you. Sabo is not an innocent king-killing man. I hate to break it to you, but that's just how it is. Hackta must have wrote this chapter. So we're all voting Hackta now. I think that's the other 50% of the audience.
Thank you, Baxter.
Appreciate that. Yeah, sorry, boys. Sorry to break it to you. All right, so, of course not Parrot's thought. Totally had faith in you. I knew you were innocent, Sabo-kun. Okay. Oh, Hack! It's the self-insert. There he is. There's Oda's self-insert character right there. Okay. Now, Bello Betty, loving this line art right here on Bello Betty right here. Koala looking extremely kawaii. Now, Hack just looks great. Love seeing Hack there. Hackta is absolutely spiking right now. Wait, yeah, where's Robo Sabo? Okay, we haven't seen his legs yet. We could have a Darth Maul type situation with Robo Leg Sabo. That is still on the table, boys. Okay. Now, here we go. Time to cope and sneed. I saw something unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yes, that's right. The sky is getting dark. Are those clouds? Okay, we're here in Lulusia Kingdom. So here's the kingdom. Wow, what an amazingly designed island. It's one shitty fucking island with one town on it with a castle. Wow, it's almost as well designed as Dressrosa. All right, Oda, I'll give you a pass some of these times. Now people were talking about this in the New World. There was a bunch of talk about, isn't Lulusia Kingdom in paradise? Okay, now, I saw Vale was going and checking the facts on this, and let's just address this right now. So during Ace's cover arc story, when he was chasing Blackbeard, he went to Lulusia Kingdom, right? Ace met the milk truck girl, Ace's GF. Ace likes them younger girls. Her, what's her face? Fucking, Otama? Yeah, Otama. That's a bit, I think we're getting some uos picked up on the radar. And what do we got here? Yeah, Ace is definitely an uo poster for sure. Okay, so anyway, while he was there, like, Ace was traveling around Moda's Milkers. That's the one. That's the name of her shop, I think. And he was, he went to, what was the thing? Okay, people were bringing up issues that, like, Ace was, like, confirmed to be in paradise, not the New World. Okay, let's just say for the record, so it was said Lulusia Kingdom was said to be in the Grand Line. So it was never hard confirmed to be in paradise, not the next thing, you know? And beyond that, there was some talk that, like, the Marine base that Ace went to, like, was in paradise and not the New World. I mean, that's possible. That's possible. The thing is, though, like, even if, like, the most implausible thing's possible, I don't think it's, like, a total retcon. Because, again, it was never hard confirmed. It does mean, though, that Ace was, like, going back and forth, at least I think so, from Paradise. I mean, obviously, he was in Alabasta, so he would have gone to the New World. But the thing, he could have, though. He could have just done everything he did there in the New World. That is possible. So, like, that Marine base he went to, or maybe he could have just, like, gone all over the place. Like, maybe he first went to the Marine base, then he went to the Milk Island. I can't remember. So, I mean, I think pretty strong chance this has changed in the volume release. That's possible. It's possible. I'll say this, though, again, because, like, I don't think this is, like, you guys know I'm not one to shy away from Hackta conclusions, you know. I personally have put a lot of money on Hackta, and I always am trying to recoup those. That's why I'm just a corrupt businessman. That's what I'm trying to do here. So, the fucking, even if it wasn't, like, intended to be, it wouldn't be, like, a huge, like, retcon or anything. But it would make more sense if it was in paradise. It would make more sense. It would. This is like a pretty implausible. This is like some endgame Game of Thrones level, like, instant traveling to, like, do some stuff that, like, why would he need to travel that far? But it's not totally impossible. I think what someone needs to do, someone needs to go back, reread Ace's cover story. Maybe it'll be me. Maybe I will be the one to do that and be like, okay, Ace was here. We know where this is. Or maybe we don't know where it is. Maybe all those adventures he had were in the New World. I can't remember. Because if he did that, then that's fine. That's fine. Well, you say he can't cross the red line, but that's not true. That's not true. He could just like bubble up his ship and then, you know, power it with his like fire powers or whatever. Or maybe he could sneak across. I mean, he probably couldn't carry his fucking ship over the mountain or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, like, it's possible, but he obviously took his ship across the red line one way or another from the New World where the Whitebeard pirates hang out to Paradise to meet up with Luffy, right? He definitely did that. We know that for a fact. I mean, I guess Whitebeard could have been in Paris. No, Whitebeard hangs out in the New World, obviously. But the Marine base would imply Paradise. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Nate, what if there's another kingdom called Rurusia and there's no way to differentiate them in English? Obviously, that's the one.
Thank you, Baxter.
Thank you, Baxter, for that very accurate assessment of the situation. We've got a two-kingdom theory, boys. Makes sense. All right, let's get to these events here. But he was after Blackbeard, who was in Paradise. That doesn't mean he couldn't have. Well, honestly, that is a good point. It doesn't like prove he didn't go. Maybe he heard like, I mean, again, he heard about like Dr. Blackbeard. Maybe Dr. Blackbeard was in the New World, you know? I mean, again, according to this, Dr. Blackbeard was in the New World. Anyway, this is like a soft retcon thing, if anything, and again, I'm with you. They should just change it. They should just change this one line and say that it's in Paradise. This could have just been a mistake. So, yeah, just change it in the volume release. That's fine. Okay, so there's something in the sky. Here we go. Can you hurry? My main monitor streamer is on. I can't hurry. We've barely begun to seethe and cope about this chapter. Okay, you heathens won't regret this, says the king of Lulusia, Seki. When Navy HQ gets word of this treason, you'll all be impaled. Haha, because he's Dracula, like Vlad the Impaler. I like it, Oda. I like it. Make sure to leave a few for me, Papa. I'll never forgive these dirty plebes. Base department. All right, these are clearly two agents of the base department, and I love seeing it. Okay, Princess Komane. I bet there's an excellent pun with these names, but I don't know what it is. All right, here we go. Your Majesty. No, I mean, Lord Seki, just confess your crimes. We don't want to kill you. So again, these guys are being very pussyfoot. They're like, we don't even kill kings, blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, I mean, they don't go after kings. They go after, like, bad kings, like Wapol, probably. Just, all you have, if you're a good king, which do exist in this world, they are fine with that. So there you go. All right, so the point, I think, honestly, unironically, what I think the point of this scene right now is, excuse me, I mean, one point is to, like, establish who the king and, like, princess are, just so, like, we know, like, who are the people, like, relevant to the story, because, like, he's the king, he had to pose. That's somewhat relevant. I think the point of this panel right here is, again, to show that, like, Oda's characters, like, Oda's revolutionaries are really not that, like, revolutionary. All they want is, like, a good king. Again, what happened in Drum Island? They instantly put a new king in place. Bro, I'm an American. I'm a big George Washington guy. That guy was pretty based and red-pilled. But he were, like, rejected any idea of, like, being king or, like, a totalitarian or whatever. So, like, these guys aren't going as far as, like, George fucking Washington went. George Washington was more, like, hardcore revolutionary than these guys. So, what do you know about that? All right, anyway, so moving on. Okay, based Im-sama, looking great as always. Looking just absolutely fantastic here. Love the eyes. Love the big body. Love everything about this guy, except the bad implications of the story, of which there are some. Does One Piece even have the concept of democracy? See, I mean, Civic, I think that's the real deal right there. I think One Piece does not have the concept of democracy, really. And they're, like all you guys are like, oh, I mean, Oda's a pro-monarch, he's, like, lame. Oda is writing a story set several hundred years in the past in like, terms of, like, political development from where we are now. The concept is just set in stone. I mean, you know, fucking England still has kings and queens. I know it's like a constitutional monarchy, but, like, you know, they're out there. Fucking Saudi Arabia, etc. It's just, it's not a statement about anything. He's just, like, dealing with a world several hundred years in the past when it comes to political development, you know? They have a world government, etc. Okay, so there you go. So, now, honestly, it's kind of funny, though. It's kind of funny there. It's like Sabo being like, I thought there was no king of the world. I thought the throne was empty. By what metric is Sabo opposed to a world king, but not to, like, individual kings of countries? I want an answer. Take a moment and think about that. By what metric does Sabo oppose the existence of a king of the world, but not of individual countries? What is the difference there? What is the tangible, practical distinction there? Cause like, what's to stop a king from just like ruling, I don't know, you know, just as bad? Dalton was elected to be, yeah, that's true. Like, the will of the people put Dalton into place, but now he's a king. His son could just be bad, you know? I don't know. A decentralized monarchy, he just wants a good monarch. All they want are just good monarchs. And, you know, good monarchs, you know, again, very America-pilled, should be afraid of their people. Like, if you just fuck with them, they'll, like, depose you or whatever. That's fair. If you're, like, a tyrant, then so be it. Like what happened to Walpole. That's good. But then just be a good king and no problem. There you go. Stability is kind of a useful thing sometimes. All right, anyway, so here we go. Sabo is a neoliberal cuck. How embarrassing, Boros. Okay, so Eam looking very sussy. He's activating his Renegon at this very moment right now. Here we go. And here it comes. As far as the surveillance division is concerned. What's up there, chat? Okay, this is going to be a little weird because I'm reading it, you know. There's like an ongoing... He's doing one of these things. Okay. What's up there, Shadow? No one detected anything abnormal today. Papa, I'm scared. Now, that looks like Moda, but I don't think that it actually is because the dad doesn't look like Moda's dad. No information was intercepted. Barkin' dog. Here comes the Renegon. As for Lelucia, Rutro, and there's King Dracul. That country, yep, there's his fang. Never existed. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. What does it mean? Okay, now see, True Sages, we've got to talk about a few things. Again, the implications on Buster Call. You've got to ask some questions about that, you know? Okay, so what we appear to have here is a island-destroying weapon being used here. Now, what does that mean? O'Hara was specifically made an example of. They wanted people to know about that. Did they, though? Did they really? I don't know about that. So, okay, Uranus is the initial guess, right? Uranus is the guess. It's like, I don't know. Like, it could be another Pluton, I guess. I don't know. It's a fucking island-destroying weapon. So, now, to be fair, I will say this for the whole, like, why wasn't Buster Call just like using Uranus or whatever it was? It is distinctly possible that Oda knew, like, the existence of this thing already, because the first time that we heard about an island being wiped off the map, if you recall, lads, was during Professor Clover's talk during Robin's flashback, like during what was it, like Ennie's lobby or whatever. So like the concept of islands being wiped off the map existed since Buster Call was basically a thing. Nate, I said this in the Discord, but the Navy knew about the Buster Call, but only Emu and the 5 elders knew about this, so it's a secret to all but 6 people in the world. Sure, but that doesn't mean they couldn't just, like, do it anyway to O'Hara or whatever, if it's, like, a threat, which, they obviously concluded it was. But, yeah, obviously, again, we're seeing here, like, the Navy is doing an internal cover-up. They're saying, like, the surveillance division is to be told that nothing abnormal was detected today. And, like, so they're covering it up, even internally, yeah, to, like, keep it all very hush-hush. Of course. Now, and again, what's the other island that we know was wiped off the map definitively? God Valley Island or whatever. That got wiped off the map. So, we've got 2 examples of it definitively. At least, yeah, the first one's definitive. It's pretty definitive. That mystery country that was wiped off the map. So there you go. So, I don't know, just about this existing, I immediately like it quite a bit, because it makes Eam threatening, and that's good. It could be Uranus, that would be fine, it makes sense, or not. Either way, I'm not really bothered. Maybe it's some sort of other fruit. I guess we could talk about, like, what it is. Again, like, a lot of attention is pointed to, like, something is floating in the sky. Some UFO bros have been saying... Could it be La UFO? Is it aliens? Is it Eneru and his flying machine down to lightning people more to death? It does kind of look like Eneru's old style of doing things. I don't know. But this was Eam's best showing thus far in the series, without question. Very intimidating. It's good stuff, and I like it. It's a pure hockey blast. There's nothing more powerful than that. And yes, this is Sabo's third fake-out death officially. So here it is. Because, I mean, I'm just going to put my cards on the table. There's 0% chance that Sabo is dead from this. And frankly, it makes me wonder if anyone else even died. If I had to guess, this is Gaiman's real power. Yeah, you're right about that. Okay, if I had to guess, I guess, this is my official prediction, that Sabo is alive and that he saved Moda. He saved Moda, Ace's milk truck GF. Because it would be too fucked up for Oda to not save a cute girl living on this island who we actually know the name of. That's my guess. That's my official prediction. I do think the island was wiped off. But Sabo's alive, but he saved that girl. That's my prediction. Or, I mean, it could just be Sabo, but whatever. I say the girl's alive. Fuck it. Should save the dog instead. Oh, just like in my Chainsaw Man. Save the cat, bros, right? Milk Girl is alive because Hackta. But, I mean, this is the most fucked up thing to happen in the entire series thus far. It has to be said. And that's, consequence piece appears to be here. Eam is a weird alien with a UFO confirmed. Remember, was it last week? Was it last week when I was talking about, how, One Piece feels like Final Fantasy IV, the after years? Remember that one specific element of Final Fantasy IV, the after years I was talking about how the A-Lamals became a central plot point? And it was all aliens all day. Look, Lunarians were highly plot relevant last chapter. So, I don't know. Like Moon Bros, Lunarians, I'm feeling like we might have some spatial things going on here. So, Ian being an A-Lamal wouldn't even be the most shocking thing. It's the UFO from Jordan Peele's Nope. That would make sense to me. Aliens are pretty based. I like them. You know, we just don't know. If I had to, you want my take on it? I'm betting Uranus. Sabo's definitely alive because this is not. I mean, if Sabo was going to die from this, he would get more than one small panel, like at the very least. But he didn't, so he's just 100% alive. Obviously, this is the third fake out death of Sabo. This chapter had the fourth Luffy dream tease, and we're just stacking up the Hackta points. I don't know, man. I mean, unironically, like, Sabo could just, like, turn to fire, so, like, he'd be okay anyway, right? Unless there's hockey, right? I don't know. Like, you probably could, like, blast even fire to death with just big old lasers. That's fine. I don't know. We're talking about if Sabo's dead, which he obviously isn't, so why even bother thinking about it? Knowing about Imu is worse than the Void Century. It would be full revolution from everyone if Imu is discovered. Oh, yeah, right, because the other thing is, Sabo told everyone, right, I skipped this, didn't I, a little bit? It happened in the throne room of Pangaea Castle. This is my favorite panel of Eam right here. Crossing off Lulusia. And by the way, those do appear to be Eam's fingers, which Oda did not need to show, but he chose to. So, I mean, I don't know, like, they look kind of small, but they could belong to anybody. I'd say they look a little bit feminine, maybe. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Right. Okay. So, he didn't need to show this, but maybe. Then again, you know, I'll say this. This might be like the Marines doing this. I think it might be like a Marines hand instead. Because again, look right here. Cut the surveillance to the surveillance division's transponder snails, and then we see like this cross-off thing. Because let me go back. What was Eam looking at here? Okay, Eam is like standing here. Is Eam holding something? I don't know. Can't really tell. In that garden at Pangaea Castle. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Eam's life seems kind of shitty. I don't know, man. Now, Nate, this is 100%, 1000% cope, but there is a chance the world government didn't have access to the island-destroying beam when Ohara got erased. Cope. We know, obviously they did when they destroyed, like, the, what's it called? The fucking, God Valley, which was like 20 years ago. Like, oh, but they just lost it for a few years. Cope. Keep coping. It is possible that Eam is being, like, falsely built up as, like, a villain, and that actually, like, Eam is, like, either just, like, a child, or like sort of like an innocent child who's been, like, put in this position by the Gorosei just to worship or something. I mean, I don't know. Emu's a virgin, needs to get laid. I mean, obviously true. I don't know. Like, I kind of feel bad for Eam. trapped in this like room all alone. Seems shitty with like no one's even allowed to know you exist. I don't know. I'm very interested in knowing more about Eam as a character, but we'll find out. Incel pieces here. Indeed. Okay. I thought there was no king of this world, but the empty throne, it wasn't empty. And then, okay, gets cut off. Okay, so there you go. So Sabo was spilling the beans that there is a king of the world, and it does appear that he got those words out. Or probably. Okay, we have reports of sea quakes off the southeastern shore. Sabo-kun, please be aware. Okay, so like they covered it up in the Marines. Okay, so that's the end of that section here. He saw Luffy's dream. He had to go. Sabo is anti-globalist. That is true. The world, it is so funny that the world government is the enemy. You gotta shut it down, bro. Federalist peace is here. Federalist peace is rising, boys.
Thank you, Baxter.
Thank you, Baxter. All right. To each man his own kingdom. You know? All right. So, any other conclusions to draw from this? We just don't really know what's going on. Sovereignty, bros? Oh, yeah, it's happening. Globo Homo is just rampaging through One Piece. All right, so there you go. Okay, a few days later, I guess we're moving on. Oh, I'll just say so pretty clearly, right? The fucking what am I saying? So they did hear Sabo's words, right? That's the question. They did hear Sabo, didn't they? Right? Flame Emperor lasted 2 weeks. Indeed. So, I mean, again, like, if word got out, that's going to make a big difference. Like, again, Sabo's number 2 in the organization. What he says matters a lot. I know, it's really long, right? Hey, Singed gifting subs. Thank you, Baxter.
Thank you, Baxter.
Easy money!
Okay, so yeah, so they probably heard it, so I wonder what that's going to mean. Now, will this mean that Dragon does anything? I'm thinking no. Dragon isn't allowed to do anything in the entire series. He's not allowed. That would be unacceptable. If Sabo's not doing it, I don't want to know about it. I don't want it to happen. Sabo even ripped off Dragon's fighting style. Jesus Christ. Like, Sabo has Dragon kung fu moves. That's so fucked up that Oda did this to Dragon. Sabo's not even a real character. He shouldn't even exist. Okay, whatever. This all could have been Dragon. Okay, Sabo really fake died to tell people he saw someone sitting in a chair. He sure did. Sabo who? He never existed. You're right. It happened. Thank God. All right, here we go. So moving on. Okay, Adventure Piece, it's time. It's time. What do you mean Sabo shouldn't exist? I mean, I'm calling in a Uranus strike because he needs to fucking go. That's the kind of never existed Sabo is. What I'm saying is he's a cringe character and he never should have been created. That's my point. He's a shitty replacement for Ace, and his backstory is like the most fucking bullshit, hackneyed, cliched, inserted, fucking retcon-esque chapter 1 nightmare bullshit imaginable. Amnesia, bro. Amnesia is the hallmark of great Goda writing. When you see that, you know it. He's plot piece, he's new piece, he's peak Hacta. Hey, Hacta's been worse. Nika does exist, let's be clear. Ace was a way cooler character because he was a flawed character, not that OP. I mean, that is true. Flaws are good. I mean, actually, Ace's best moment as a character, now that I've had like a long time to reflect on it, was when he like got himself killed. Honestly, thinking back on it, Ace also died. Sabo should take note. He's trying this chapter. Like, everything about the implications of Ace being the potential chosen one, but then he fucking died because he chose to. I love everything about that. That is, like, right in line with what I like about One Piece. Nate, my favorite Ace moment was when he died. But it's true, though. But it's true. It must be said. He chose to die to save Luffy. That's good shit, man. Just like Ace chose to get, or Shanks chose to give up his arm. I'm praying not because he knew that that Luffy ate the Destiny fruit, but we'll find out, won't we? All right. Ace's best moment as a character is when he fell asleep in that bar. That was a good one. Now, I know people are mad at Ace for, like, squandering Whitebeard's gift to him. True, fair, and all correct. And you could even make a larger argument that, like, Ace's incompetence allowed things like Blackbeard to become a Yonko and like actually kill Whitebeard and do all that stuff, you know? So that's not so good. Ace's best moment was getting the swastika tattooed on his back. Yeah, they really called in the base department to do that one, for sure. Ace is a very sloppy boy. That's true. I mean, I was never like the Fujo obsessed with Ace that other people were, but you know. Cringe. Okay, moving on. A few days later, let's cut to the future, boys, shall we? Aboard the Thousand Sunny. We've got an upside down Sea King flipping and doing some shit. There's some icebergs around. Okay, here we go. I'm scared, and it's freezing. Watch out for icy bergs. Furl the sails. The wind is too strong. Are we close to making land, Nami? All right. Wait. So she didn't answer that question. I actually want an answer to this. Oh my God! And as we all know, the Straw Hat crew has never managed to steer to an island for their incredible lack of a helmsman. Thank God Jinbei is here now. Thank God Jinbei is here to steer the fucking ship.
His name's Zolo, he's just like a samurai.
No, his name's Jinbei, and he's the helmsman, and we all love him. Am I gonna get mad every time Jinbei's at the wheel? What do you think?
I'm the Joker, baby.
That's my job. That's what you come for. That's why I come for it. All right. Okay, so, Burr, it feels like we've entered an island's climate zone. I guess the next one's a winter island. Okay, so Adventure Piece is over. We're basically there already, it seems. So we're like at a new island. We're in its island zone or whatever. Wow, so Oda actually remembered that. Hey, Oda, you want to tell me what climate Wano is? What climate is Wano, Oda? So I'm amazed he actually remembered this plot element. I guess when he remembered that log poses exist, he also remembered the climate thing. So they're near an island, so we're almost there, I guess. And wait, I was gonna say something. What was I gonna say about that? Oh, right, just that like we're like almost done with the journey already, I guess. Wano is tall climate, makes sense. Nate, we don't even fucking know what island we are next to. True. I remember my point. Okay, Map Bros. All right, have you yet sewer slided Map Bros? Now, okay, even I said, looking back at the chapter, what, like 2-3 streams ago, whenever maybe 4 or 5, when we consulted the charts and the maps and the logistics and the heuristics and the what do you call that? A compass and the maps and whatnot, it looked like Oda may well have been setting up the next island we were going to, and it did look like the most likely one that Luffy was going to be Sphinx Island. That's how it looked. That's how it looked like it was set up. However, we are now next to a winter island, and Sphinx Island is definitely not as cold as the environment that we are seeing right now. So, unless something changes, next island, Scub Island, sounds base to me. So, isn't Wano an all-season island? Is that a thing? I don't even think that's a thing. Where were you when the coat became the rope? Right now, live on this stream. Well, Punk Hazard is different because Punk Hazard was like changed by outside sources, so like that is an exception legitimately. They're going to Hachinosu, aren't they? Well, that island is also not a winter island. Look. Frankly, I think because we're going to a winter island, or at least it strongly looks that way. If this holds true and it's a winter island, we knew all the 3 islands. It was Hachinosu, where Blackbeard is, Elbaf, which we've just seen isn't like a super icy one, or it's what's it called? Sphinx, and none of those are like icy places. We saw them all. I mean, I'm sure Elbaf has winter, but like we saw it and it wasn't like covered in ice, so it could be something else. Where have we seen Elbaf? Maybe in a little thing called Big Mom's Flashback, bro. Bet you don't even remember that, do you? Shameful. Imagine not being able to instantly recall every single chapter and page and frame and image in all of One Piece. Deeply embarrassing. Deeply embarrassing. Who is Big Mom? She got erased. All right, so I'm just saying, Map Bros, just you're on suicide watch, and it may be time to take the plunge. I think it's gonna happen, but we'll find out. Okay, it's Kuma's kingdom most likely. Singe, do you mean Sorbet Kingdom by any chance? Lol, bros, he thinks we're going to Sorbet Kingdom. He thinks we're going to Sorbet. He actually thinks it, bros. Okay, here we go. I gotta pull it up. I'm going to Crewman King. That's where I'm going. Okay, prepare to dab on him, boys and girls. Okay, here we go. What's that say right there? What's that say? What's this? What region is it in? Let's click on the, Oh no, that's not in the Grand Line. That's not even in Paradise. You were blown the fuck out for all time. Fucking got him! Got it, ass. The wiki is full of lies. Yeah, it's libtard propaganda. It's globo homo propaganda. They're just shilling. They're false flagging. This is glowing redder than the sun right now. Your posting career is completely ended right now. All right, so there you go. Yeah, there he is. Thank you, George, for that visual effect. It's Tequila Wolf Bros. That's East Blue, you dunce. Everyone knows that. Is it peer reviewed? It's peer reviewed by me. I'm backing it up. All right, I'm surprised you knew Off the Dome. I knew because we looked it up earlier in the chat because we talk about it when a new chapter comes out for like a day, you know. All right, I had to look it up too. So, okay, here we go. Now, it's time. Okay, unironically, everyone shut the hell up. It's time for the actual best part in the entire chapter. Here it comes. All right. Oh, aren't you looking dashing, Chopper? Hee, verily. Yeah. Tama gave me this hat to shield me from the show. I'm heading out on deck. Okay, here we go. Now, skip. This is filler content right here. This is filler. Nami, what is that? Yeah, okay, Nami looks cute. I like her winter clothes. Luffy looks cool in his winter coat. It's good. All right, what is that thing? It's a giant warp eddy. Okay, this is good, but we're skipping through it. It's good. All right, so we're getting, this is Adventure Piece. It's weird, but it's fine. I don't know if there's like an explanation for this. It's kind of fine. An eddy current, but it's going upwards. Okay, I definitely know what that is. It's warm water being forced up from somewhere. Was there a fucking hot spring underwater? Okay, whatever, that's fine. So a big bulbous thing is happening, and then, oh, it looks like an afro. Shut the hell up, Brooke. Nobody asked your ass.
Shut up, bitch.
A rapid temperature change is disastrous. Run, Jinbei. We've got to run. We'll be swallowed up. Leave it to me. I'll steer the ship gently. Okay, an eddy, it's just like a flow of water. I don't know. Okay, wait. Somebody's trapped in the water. For real? Majide? How could anyone be alive in there? Is it a mermaid? That's a good question. No, he's right. I can definitely hear a lady in distress, says Sanji. Okay, so he's observation hockey at full swing through a body of water. Or maybe she's yelling. Maybe it's not a hockey thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Whoa, Jinbei, steer that ship, bro. Are you guys serious? Even if someone's in there, what are we supposed to do? Whatever the fuck you want. I'll cut it, says Zoro. Okay, blah, 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 they're cutting it. Okay, I actually don't care. Their banter isn't that funny. Bird dance. He cuts it with the knee tordio. I think he used Ichi Gorilla. I believe he used his very important Ichi Gorilla and the follow-up attack as well. I'll leave it to your imaginations. So he cut the thing in half. And here it comes. Here comes peak piece. Here it comes, boys. Hey guys, what's all the commotion? Amigasa Hat Chopper here, reporting for duty.
That's pretty good, right?
Ah! The wind's too strong! Wow!
Thank
Yeah!
you, Baxter.
That's what I'm all about right there. Okay. Well, it's true. Chopper is being made a joke of here. The thing is, he just is a joke already. Just bury it. Chopper's been dead for like 10 years. Chopper is like not plot relevant anymore. He doesn't do anything. The point is he's a fucking joke. This is hilarious. He just put on the hat and it instantly almost got it killed. That's literally the best part of the entire chapter. Okay. Also, I didn't skip through shit, people. I just wanted to get to the good joke, all right? This is a pretty good adventure thing. It's not as good as some of the other stuff, but whatever. It's fine. Otis trying. All right, I appreciate that. I need to know if this is actually like a natural occurrence, because again, there's kind of some mysteries as to like what exactly is going on here. We're gonna learn. We're gonna learn. Like this shit is no C Train. All right, C Train was peak, or the knock up stream. I'm sorry, I just hit the mic, didn't I? Forgive me. It looks nothing like an afro. I mean, the shape, it's round. You know, it's round. You know, okay. All right. Anyway, so here we go. Whoa! there goes Chopper, instantly dead. Chopper, why did you come out? Okay, this is hilarious. So Chopper saved by Luffy. Luffy also gets pulled away. That hat is just too strong. It almost killed the future Pirate King. I wish it had. Whoosh. Plop. Okay, so Zoro cut it. All right, he cut it. And then where's that water going? Is it not going to fall back on top? Guess not. Okay. Excuse me. Out of the water plops something. And it is a kid. Whoa!
Thank you, Baxter.
Clearly in need of correction, this one. Okay, one of the worst generation, the glutton, Jewelry Bonnie. Bounty 320 million. A chance meeting? But she's small? Whoa! All right, there she is. All right, so Jewelry Bonnie in full short stack mode, aka Luffy's mom, has finally showed up once again. So, all right. Bonnie arc begin. Now, okay, I'm gonna say it. Nika. Okay, no. Natehead. All right, no, beyond that, what I'm going to say is that this was extremely disappointing to me. It was, because this character is obviously tied in with, like, some fairly deep lore. She's, like, plot piece. Like, we're immediately back on, like, okay, like, again, this is, like, the most, like, I know these things happen in One Piece all the time, just, like, a chance encounter, that's fine. But the fact that it's Bonnie is, like, we're going back to plot piece, like, immediately. She's a little lore piece. It should have been Uruj! Why wasn't it Uruj? Okay, obviously it's not Uruj because Oda is saving the best for last, baby!
Easy money!
That's what's happening. Of course Uruj is going to get the final top billing of the Supernovas. The sex haver Uruj obviously is going to be the #1 guy. So, okay, I mean, as just a thing where, like, they find a person floating. I mean, okay, again, Jewelry Bonnie is a devil fruit user. How is she in this? Again, I guess there was just an upcurrent here. But, like, how is she here? Why is she here? I mean, again, this is so bizarre, or it's, like, so, you know, exceptional. Of course Oda's going to explain it, probably next time. Uruj was sitting on the throne. Makes sense to me. He's basically half Lunarian already. Maybe more so. We don't got time, Nate. Got to finish the story out of moral obligation base. Okay, but he should have thought that to himself about 10 years ago, you know? She's going to be the 10th Titanic captain. She'll fit in great with BB's crew. Wait, he? Who are we talking about there? So glad Oda replaced Law with Bonnie. I mean, at least it's new, okay? Right? Bonnie hasn't had her time to shine yet. That's fine. Look, I'm just saying, like, we know who Bonnie is. We're getting to a new Winter Island right now. Again, a lot of us thought it was going to be Sorbet Kingdom until we realized it could not be. Like, again, I don't even know, like, necessarily what to think about her connection with Sorbet Kingdom. I don't care. She does seem to have a relationship. Maybe she's the queen, maybe not. Who fucking cares? I don't know. Maybe she's old and makes herself look young. We just don't know. I was really hoping, once I saw, like, there's a shadow in here, I was so hoping that we were going to get, like, a new character for, like, a new arc. I was really, really hoping for that. But instead we got Bonnie, who is, like, lore princess, who's going to do a thing. It's not that, I want Bonnie to get a spotlight. Again, I'm starving for adventure piece. Yes, we're getting some. But, like, guys, it's going to be gone, like, instantly. Now that Bonnie's here, like, plot piece could begin, like, with this panel might be the end of adventure piece right now. And we're back to, like, oh, well, we got to the island, and guess what? It's gonna be a fucking island that is, like, big enough for one town and, like, one castle, like Dressrosa or Lulusia Kingdom. It's just like, that's not what adventure piece is about, you know? Adventure piece is about going to fucking Sky Island, or going down to Fishman Island, even though the arc there was actually pretty lame. Or, fucking, I don't know, going to a giant desert kingdom and exploring it, you know? And one chapter of Green Bit, baby. This was plop piece, not plot piece.
Thank you, Baxter.
You got me there. Okay, so plop piece is still happening. All right, there it is. Very impressive. Going on Big Elephant, yes, that was adventure piece. All right, yeah, okay. Well, the thing is, Alabasta was much better than arcs like Dressrosa, which are just one city on an island, because the island itself was big and adventurous. And again, I mean, look, Wano wasn't that bad, but one of the great things about Alabasta was the beautiful theming of that island as, like, a desert kingdom. And again, I remind you how fucking Crocodile as a character, and with his devil fruit specifically, was perfectly tailored to be the best possible, at least power-wise, villain for that arc. Like, the unique way he integrated with the island itself, so fucking good. Like Big Mom did with Whole Cake Island, and, like, you can make some arguments, like Kaido kind of did that because he was a dragon. Not really. Yeah, Crocodile's still one of the better villains in the series, without question. There you go. I mean, you're not wrong that Alabasta just being, like, endless desert, that's not particularly exciting. But there were still various cities that were pretty cool in Alabasta, like Rain Base with the casino, where Nico Robin was manager, if you recall. Stuff like that. Anaru being perfect for Skypiea. Oh, those were the days. Oh, but now we're drowning in hockey piece, or should I say hacky piece. And I don't think I have anything else more to say about it. Make a tier list now. What about what? Like arcs or villains? Or I mean, there's many arcs one could make about One Piece. And I do have all the knowledge and the confirmed best opinions. The best opinions ever, you might say.
I'm the Joker, baby.
No break next week. Is that true? Let me double check that. I think that's true. I always like to check that one site. One Piece release schedule. It's that one website. Clay Stage. Yeah. I mean, I think there is, but let's just double check. We are 1060, yes. And then, yeah, I see it right there. And then 1061. And then there's a break after 1061. There it is. All right. Sounds good. Well, shit, man. I think that there's not much more to say about the chapter. You know, it had some strengths. There was some hacked in. There's a bit of hacked in there. Let's not lie to ourselves here. Nate, if the Laser Uranus, what's the deal with the giant straw hat in Marie Joie? Well, I mean, so a plausible theory about the straw hat is that it's just a straw hat, but it was like the straw hat of like a giant from like the ancient or the Void Century, or like maybe it was the old Joy Boys hat who like was a giant or something. I mean, who knows? It's a UFO, bros, just like the UFO that shot the beam. The previous Nika. We got a lot of Nikas in this story right now. Cope, it's Destiny. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like that would basically be Destiny, which is fucking cringe and not cool. I don't know. Maybe they'll do some fucking shit where like Gold Roger is gonna talk about like, yeah, I got my straw hat from a long line of D Rogers, and that's or rather Gold D's. Oh Lord, it's gonna no matter what it is, it's gonna be cringe. It's either gonna be some prophecy shit, or it's gonna be. I mean, honestly, it's just various flavors of prophecy shit. Even the D bloodline itself is a little more Destiny piece than I like personally, but. That's it's been a while since those days began. So what more can you do about that? Well, I mean, why was it frozen? I mean, one plausible reason why it was frozen is just so that it would survive for like 800 years in cold storage, because it is straw. You know, D for Destiny, yeah. D for Dawn, D for Dend my life. Yeah. Destiny pieces base.
I'm the Joker, baby.
Shut up, bitch.
Get the fuck out here. Nate, my doctor just told me I have only 3 minutes left to live. Please announce if the chapter is Goda or Hacked before I kick the bucket. Okay, we can do it right now. All right, we've covered the chapter. It is what it is. Let's get to the voting, shall we? All right, here we go. Let's pull it up here. All right, boys. Ooh, 82% Goda and 18% Hacked this time. All right, the Godas are getting cocky. The Godas are getting way too cocky for me, bros. Works for me because I put it all in Hacked this time. All right, here we go. Now, let's see it in the chat here. Can we get some Goda posts or some Hacked posts? What's it going to be? What is it? Was the adventure piece enough for you? Was the fact that there was a squiggle art? Squiggle Oda, squiggle piece continues, and that's classic Hacked stuff right there. The fact that Jinbei was in the chapter. I think that might do it to Hacked right there. That might do it at that very moment. He continued to tease us about Luffy's dream. Classic Hacked. Sabo, another fake out death. Hacked, all the way. But you know what? There was a little bit of adventure piece this chapter. That we went to a new area. There was a big upswell thing. There was like some environmental stuff. The crew did talk to each other. And you know what? This shit with Eam, kind of like a couple of things in the story at this point, I had some questionable thoughts about it. But this is kind of cool. We did get an answer as to how to wipe an island off the map. It's whatever this is. If it's Uranus, if it's something else, I just don't know. And Eam is looking better than ever. Look at that boy. That's a good-looking boy right there. I like what I'm seeing. So you know what? I guess we got to give it to Goda after all,
Thank
boys.
you, Baxter.
I'm so sorry, Hacked Believers. We lost it all the time. We lost it. It's all down the drain. Oh, adventure piece, bros. You win this round. King Legs, I'm so sorry. Did you lose it all? You're just wrong, Nate. You think so? You know, people said that, like, last chapter was, like, Goda or something. I don't get that. I don't get that. Even if you don't have, like, the particular things, like, this doesn't feel like One Piece. I mean, I still think that, like just introducing, like, child versions of the characters is, like, I think that's pretty cringe. And I like, sure, Vegapunk could, like, make him super strong. Again, I just think it's, like, an unnecessary plot complication. I don't really like it for many reasons. And also the art was, like, notably shit. And Rayleigh came in to just stonewall and stop fun things from happening again. This chapter was much better than last chapter. So I totally stand by that shit. Eam's kind of based. Eam is kind of based. I like seeing him. Time to bet everything again to get back my money. You just got to keep betting. Each week, come back. Just up the stakes. And I'd say believe in Goda, but this may have been Goda's last stand. For all we know, this is it, boys. Hope you enjoyed it while it was around, Goda. Every chapter is Goda. Well, let's not get carried away now. He's conceding right now. Last week was ass. Hey, fair enough. I wish they had a better reaction to Vivi. Didn't like it. Was dismissed as a joke. I mean, again, you got to give Oda, like, a little bit of a thing. Like, Oda can't write the story, so they go on a wild goose chase for Vivi. And, like, honestly, it was the best argument was presented, which is we just don't know where Vivi is. Like, it would be kind of ridiculous to derail our entire lives to go search for Vivi because we don't even know where she might be. We have no leads. That's true. That is true, and it is good reasoning. But at the same time, I mean, you know, you could say, like, I mean, you know, would you go searching for Robin if she was grabbed? Yeah, they definitely would. If it was Nami, yes, they would. So, Vivi, feeling that crew ally as opposed to crew member right now. Yikes. Nate only ruled this was Goda because Sabo might have possibly died. Well, you're right about that one, man.
I'm the Joker, baby.
It had to be done. Carrot is hiding in Caribou. Carrot is hiding in Caribou. Hang on, Carrot Bros. Stay strong. Trust the plan. 2 more weeks. All right, just 2 more weeks. Trust the plan. Carrot Bros. Stay strong. We will continue to cope and seethe until she's confirmed. And even when she's confirmed, body double, we've got endless retcon, internal headcanon fanfics that we can roll out at a moment's notice. Carrot Bros will never give in the fight. We will never back down from this. Carrot will join the crew. It is impossible that simply hacked or wrote a complete lack of scene where they said goodbye to Carrot. It's not possible. Oda could never have made that kind of mistake or insult to the character. It must have been a false flag operation. It's only explanation. And to be fair, he did basically false flag about Yamato joining the crew for several years there. We will never back down. The minks are coming, boys. All right, with that, I'm done. I'm done sneezing for today. What are we at? 2 hours, 15 minutes. So probably went a little over 2 hours, the actual talk. Wait, if I'm Carrot and you're Carrot, then who is the phone? All right, I'm leaving now. All right, time to go, boys. Remember, stay strong, boys. Remember, Yamato still didn't join the crew. We always have that. We will never not have that. And it'll feel so good every day of our lives that Yamato is not in the fucking crew. And that's just going to make me feel good to the day I die. Wait a minute. Didn't I have something? Wait, where did I put this? Sorry, I had one more thing. One sec. Here we go. I just had one question as we end the stream. I just had one question for you. Where is it?
One Piece! The One Piece is real! Can we get much higher?
That's it. All right, that's it, boys. I don't want to get copyright claimed. All right, I'm out of here, boys. I'll see you next week. We got another chapter. Can we get much higher, bros? We're going to find out next chapter for sure. All right, it's been real. It's been a good one. See you next week, everybody. And, hey, we'll be streaming as usual on Sunday. Playing something. Probably Kingdom Hearts again. Got to beat that shit. Oh, or rather, whoa. I know what you meant, Kanye.